Hello, everyone. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Hello, guys and gals of YouTube. Welcome back. Sorry about that. What are you going to do? We have put the link to this film that's on YouTube in the comments section, so you can go and watch it along with us. We just can't broadcast it because of whatever stupid reason.
Even though it's already on YouTube.
That's not allowed. Yeah, so brilliant. So sorry about that, but you can watch it with us. Apologies for that minor women's whiplash hiccup.
So we're going to give you 5 minutes. Scroll to the top of the chat and find the movie. If you scroll to the top of the chat and find the movie, give you 5 minutes, and then I'm going to click go on the film, and I'll count it in. Okay, so
yeah, 5 minutes, 2 minutes is fine.
Yeah, okay, 2 minutes. In 2 minutes.
You got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Do it. It's there. Just follow it.
Andrew Fudge. Okay, people are coming back. Sorry, everyone. Dan Lyle says, "What shambles?"
It is a shambles. I'm sorry about it. It's not. Richard, bless him, went through that entire film and edited out. Not that film. The other film we're going to edited out all the nudity, but it's like and put together that amazing intro of ads and trailers and stuff like that. All so we could have this razzmatazz and it'd be really great and amazing. And then, based on a film that is on YouTube. That's what I don't understand. It's there.
I don't really think there's any desire in the public eye to remake or watch Cybertrack 2.
Who are we hurting? But there we are. So sorry about that.
We've lost half our audience already. So there you go.
Great.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Nailing it. So this is what it's like being a YouTuber. Oh, we should do a crowdfunded documentary.
Nope. No. No.
Okay, so give it a few minutes, and I'm going to count in from 10. Go to the top of the chat, find the link. And this also means, here's the irony of this, right? So I went out through Hard Ticket to Hawaii, humorously editing out the tits. Humorously editing out the tits. So you're going to miss out on that. But everyone who watches Hard Ticket later is going to watch it with tits. The tits that YouTube didn't want you to see. Well, you know, how am I supposed to do that?
I mean, I guess we can test that one, but if it gets copyrighted, that's back to square one again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it hangs the stream.
If we get a copyright strike, they'll demonetise our channel and we're fucked. Which I don't think we will. You know,
I doubt it.
I don't think we will. Anyone else's audio a bit low? I'm not wearing my mic. That was my problem.
That would be
why.
Would be bad.
That was why. I'm waiting for the re-up. YouTube versus tits.
Requiem.
So, you know, movie night's happening. Just got to queue up your copy of Cybertracker 2, which is in the above.
It's 35 minutes to my bedtime, so I don't know how I'm going to manage this. I will endeavour to do so.
All right, everyone, get your Cybertracker 2 in another window. Be ready to go.
Sorry about that. Just adjusting my mic. That must have sounded. You got a brief.
Patreon, the titless version. That's not a bad idea. I'm tempted to put that in fucking Google Drive, put it on Patreon.
Yeah.
Because I really made effort.
Mate, you should do. You should get some mileage out of that. Richard, bless him, put so much work into that.
Cunt faces behind this.
Yeah, that's of your making.
Yes. No question. Just entertain the boys and girls. Someone suggested that I take down the odd streams to avoid the strike. I think that's a very good point.
That's a good point. Yeah, you should do. Hello, my darling. Hello, my thingy. So, just in case anyone who's tuned in who didn't see the previous stream is there, we are at the end of this going to give away a code to download Erica for free. All you have to do is submit an image.
Carl Rivers just tipped us.
Oh, thank you, mate. All you have to do is submit an image to us via our Twitter account, which is @ValverdeTweets. Is that right? @ValverdeTweets. Using the hashtag #VivaValverde and EricaPS4. If you do that, we will judge it at the end of the stream, and whoever that is will get a DM with a code to download Erica. Obviously, you need a PlayStation 4. I guess you need. I don't know if it's available on other.
My hamster is named Kenneth after Duncan's film.
No.
There you go.
Oh, bless you. That's really sweet.
That's my Jimmy Stewart.
Oh no. You shouldn't don't name an animal after a fictional Yorkshire character. What?
My Rogue Trooper stream was copyright claimed.
Mother.
Yeah, you can't do shit on this platform
You
anymore.
really can't, can
You
you?
really can't.
Just get my dick out. That'd be copyright claim.
Okay, people are flooding back. I'm going to give it.
By Earthworm
Let's get
Jim.
it back up to that 90 something. Okay, so in a couple of seconds, well, I'm going to give it a little bit. Please go to the top of the chat to find the link for Cybertracker 2.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the top of the chat to find the link for Cybertracker 2, and then we're going to count you in to watch it along with us, thus validating
I'm
the
still
stream.
doing my Jimmy Stewart though.
No, you're in
way
the past,
behind.
mate. You're in the past.
Way behind.
There's a weird kind of delay. Yeah. Entertain the boys and girls. I think it's worth bringing the hard booze through, so take the edge off this.
The head booze.
I say hard, it's only margarita.
Margaretta. Margaretta. Grazie. Has that frozen? That appears to have frozen. What's going on here? Come on, guys. Come on, YouTube. I don't know what we're supposed to talk about, if nothing else. Yes. Cybertracker thing. Why is that? Why is the image frozen? The image is frozen. Stuck. What's going on? What's going on now? Motherfucker. What is going on with this? Yeah, frozen. Freeze frame. It's frozen. Can you hear us, guys? Can you hear us? That's so irritating. What is wrong with this thing? Audio is fine. Okay, so you can still hear
You
us.
still hear us.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Then we're going back. Yeah, we should be back.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on today. This is not good. This is
all going horribly fucking wrong.
terribly Pete Tong in it.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. This is not obviously we didn't invent YouTube, but still, it's
It's our most shambolic live stream yet.
yeah. What is going on with?
Right, it's back. The video, they should get it in a sec.
Okay. Hello, guys, gals. 101 watching. Very good. Thank you for tuning in, guys.
More than before.
Thank you very much for 100 now. One drops out.
One person fucks up.
I hate to be a glass half empty guy, but fuck you.
There's the link.
There's the link. There it comes. The link.
Okay, everybody, get that link open. Get your link open. I'm giving you 1
Click.
minute.
Click, and get your Valverde tweets in, and we'll get you some free Erica.
Sweet free Erica.
Free Erica. It sounds like Free Willy, but
It is not that.
it's not that. It's not that. It's not.
I've got to turn the sound down as well, so we'll get done for that as well.
Oh well, heaven for fan.
Alright.
Yeah.
30, 29, 28, 27, get your link open. 26, 25, 24, 23, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we are.
You can see it?
Stop talking about me picking my nose. I know I was.
Yeah.
That was when I thought you weren't looking.
That's
Fuck
what
off.
you're going to be known for forever.
Yeah, whatever. Shut up. Have I had any news from the Bahamas? Yes. In fact, I found out pretty much everyone I know is fine. Thank you so much for asking. Two of my very good old family friends. I'm not saying they're old. They're lovely, and vivacious, and wonderful.
But they are family friends.
But they are family friends from way back when. I thought I was desperate. You know, there's that thing where you tag yourself safe in a disaster.
Yeah.
Lots of my friends were doing that, And then, but they hadn't, so I was requesting them for ages to tag themselves because I was like, come on. And then they put a post up saying, having a lovely time. We just drove to blah blah in the Cotswolds to visit our friends at our favourite pub. But I was like, all right, you're here. Okay, fine.
So you're fine then.
Could have said whatever. Yeah, so they're all good. That's great.
I've just had an email about a copyright claim. Fuck it hell, this is
We
the
have
worst.
suspended your account.
Yeah, well, I've deleted it, so fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was it's for the Death Spa trailer. Yeah,
What? So they stopped the whole thing?
we might get more. Fuck's sake. Your stream was interrupted. Anyway. Anyway. I want to see what that says.
Genius. Just
Well,
genius.
this is fucking shambles, isn't it? Good job you all like us.
Anyway, back to what's it called? Cybertracker 4.
Cybertracker 2, Cybertracker 4. Duncan's having a whale of a time.
Cybertracker. They couldn't have got
Best
a
night
nicer
of his
day
life.
weather-wise. Just rather overcast.
It is jolly overcast.
Charlie got it, well.
Okay, we're on. There's someone posting Russian. We've attracted a lot of Russians recently, and I think it's because of.
Because of
Erica.
Erica. Yeah. Well, bless them. I have a lot of.
And the thing is, guys, we don't speak Russian, so if you put Russian in the chat, we don't know what you're talking about.
Terribly sorry.
There you
Yeah, my Russian is not good.
go.
I learned some swear words from Russian school friends,
Nice.
and that's about it.
It ends there.
It does end there. But thank you very much for joining us. And, I suppose let's see what a degenerate Duncan really is.
I think we should get some harder drink in us, because it's all been shambolic.
It's not good.
It's definitely good.
Yes, but anyway, thank you so much. And if you are, if you're a fan of Erica, then I suppose our prize is not going to mean much to you. But we are giving away a free copy of Erica to one lucky person who tweets us at Valverde Tweets.
Valverde Tweets, picture of yourself or a drawing by you that relates to Valverde with the hashtags Valverde Tweets and hashtag Erica PS4. You will get a free copy. I don't know if anyone's going to do that anymore after the shambles of the stream. But
I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. Oh, here he is. It's Italian guy.
Hey, what the matter over there?
It's right over there. Check out my cleft chin. That means two. Two to fuck you up, motherfucker. Yeah, that's right.
We got automatic subtitles. It's actually going quite well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, they have the F-bomb that I just dropped. So, but no one's getting demonetized.
It's that magnificent hair. Look at him.
He's got great hair. The best in the world.
See that guy with the ratty ponytail? He's in the Fist of North Star live action movie, but
This-
other stuff as well. The guy on the left,
This guy. Yeah.
And I swear he's always wearing that costume.
He's in a lot of.
things he's in.
Is he in Bad Boys? He's in stuff like that.
That'd
anyway.
be one I think you'd know rather than me.
Well, apparently I don't. But he's in that kind of
But he's in that.
milieu. He's around that. This
Milieu.
guy, like I say, he looks like the lead singer from Train, but also.
I don't know. Train up.
I know. Go away. But he's got that kind of 5 o'clock shadow no matter what he does, doesn't he? He's got that kind of. He can't get away.
Oh yeah. It's some people are so insanely like dark hair.
His hair factory starts quite close to the skin.
hair factory.
Yeah.
Because you get people whose hair is growing on the bottom eyelids. Like, it's just so much.
I know a guy of
guy.
Italian heritage. Lovely guy. He's the best guy in the world. I know him. He's a good guy. But he has that hair coming out his ears.
Shit and fucking.
And I feel really bad. And I hope, please don't watch this. Please don't watch it. But and I love him to bits. He's a lovely guy. But I feel bad. You got to shave all that shit.
My science teacher, Dr. Wiley, he had so much white hair coming out his ears that he looked like when a cartoon gets angry and steam comes out. It was actually protruding.
Our PE teacher, Mr. White, which sounds like a Tarantino character.
Mr. White.
He had the tufts. And I used to draw caricatures of our teachers, and then we had a student magazine called The Leeds Fortnightly that didn't come out fortnightly, and they got me to do it, and they did it. There was one teacher who'd been there who really hated me. He was an English teacher, had been there for 30 something years, and he was leaving, and they used my caricature of him as his sending off picture, and he hated me. So, and it was anyway, but yeah, I drew Mr. White, and he had he had long sleeves on, but he had tufts of hair coming out over his head, like sort of Teen Wolf kind of thing going on. Yeah, and that his nose. What is it about when you get older? Because I have this, so this is not, it is not a thing against Mr. White. Mr. White, But why does your body think that something's going to happen that you're going to require long
Winter's
hair
coming.
and
Winter's
nasal
coming.
hair to
It's
deal
so
with
you
it?
can hear
Yeah,
snow.
but why?
So you can smell snow and hear
You're
snow.
30,
and
you need long nose
Yeah.
hairs.
Yeah. Remember the man who comes to knock on the Terminator's door in the Terminator and he says, "Fuck you, asshole"? My shoulders have gone like that.
Have they?
Because you know when you look at him, it looks like they photoshopped an extra layer on him.
But it's
got
like
that
they,
sort of
they
aura.
put the Dan Hedaya filter on him. Or the Robin Williams.
Or the
so
Robin
you can't
Williams.
really talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The late great Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Or the
yeah.
Dan Hedaya filter.
Oh.
I mean, we're already not watching the film, which
Sorry,
doesn't bode
yeah,
well for
yeah,
movie
yeah,
night.
we're talking
But
about
I'm
hairy
just, I don't
shoulders.
know. I'm just sort of wondering if we've passed that. Would you mind to go in there and get the margarita out and the ice?
Yeah, no.
Because we're drinking those, and that's an order.
right.
Oh my god,
Oh my god.
Mr. White. Yeah, science. You know this person?
What?
Talk about Mr. White.
No, he wasn't a science teacher. If that's what you mean.
Shaving shoulders sucks. Clicked on 532. We good? Sam, you should be. Mr. White, and Mr. Black, the Pete Sampras filter. Give me some ice. Yeah, some fucking.
Where's the? Oh,
So now it's
no. They're
co-op.
big.
It's co-op ice.
Coop.
Coop. Who's the one who's got the club that's made for you and me?
How many
Emma
ice
C.
would you like?
Some.
These are good glasses. I like these.
These belong to my ex's dad. He gave them to me.
They're cool.
Whiskey glasses. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
nice.
I want to get some proper whiskey.
There was a third, but we broke it.
Like you, I'm a whiskey fan.
I'm a whiskey drinker.
Yeah.
Right. So
Here's
the thing,
Oh
so
no,
now-
the train lead singer is there. Is there?
he's dead. Watch this, because
I'm watching.
so this is the beginning of Cybertracker 2 ripping off Terminator 2. So imagine that's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
Because in the first movie, the Cybertracker's the bad guy.
Fantastic.
But in the second movie, he's the good guy. And in the first movie, he's dressed wearing the exact leathers from Terminator 2. And in the second movie, he's wearing this kind of Robocop thing. This goes in way harder on the Robocop stuff, and he's got that kind of laser quest thing on his face.
Right.
But my personal programming does not allow me to address this suit. Blah, 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 blah. They have fun bants. They have fun banter.
They have top bands.
They have top bants.
Excellent.
This does smell. That smells a lot like what you clean up sick with.
Fabulous.
Yeah. It's quite strong though.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I just some margarita.
That's a margarita.
Some margarita.
It's
I
a
had great
margarita.
margs with my brother-in-law in Florida last year. The best and the wild. And I paid for it, and my sister-in-law joined us, and we had had too many margs. We had like 6 margs each. And I was like, "Don't worry, I got these." Yeah, it was like $100.
Yeah, I did that. I
Really
did that in
expensive.
Portugal. My friend pays for everything all the time because he's loaded.
Yeah.
And then I went to the bar, and I was like, "No, I'll get this round," and it came out at like 90 quid, and I just had to stand there with a straight face and hand over my card and pay 90 quid for like 3 drinks. His missus was pregnant, so it was like 4 quid for her or something.
Yeah.
Probably less. And then these fucking fancy grey gooses came out at like 80 quid, and I nearly had a fucking heart attack.
But dude, being self-employed sucks.
Yeah, it really does. But there you go.
I know I got that sweet Erica money, which is, but
To buy Sainsbury's margarita.
But you know what? We love it.
Yeah, we do.
You got
Love it.
You just got to fucking suck it up. Anyway, sorry.
Watch it, all this super Robocop.
Yeah, in the
Fucking-
industrial complex.
So you do kind of. I gotta say, everybody, you do really have to watch Cybertracker 1, but Cybertracker 2.
Yeah, I'm lost. I mean,
Well,
have I seen the Cybertracker one?
you have not seen.
Oh no.
What I like about these kind of movies is Duncan can't remember whether or not I made him watch him.
I
which is
thought
cool.
I had. I thought I'd
Yeah.
seen the one with the Matt Freer guy.
No,
who isn't
you've
Matt Freer.
actually made that up. That's what you've done. That's not a thing
That's
that exists.
not abnormal.
That's not a thing
man.
that exists.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, not
Oh.
my ponytail. I grew that for 5 weeks.
See, Don the Dragon Wilson actually is a good martial arts boy. That's the thing.
Why is it there was like quite often there's that inconsistency when they're like the gun's dry, and it's like but the slide isn't back.
Yeah.
It's a very easy thing to do.
yeah.
Just pull the slide back. Assuming it's a real gun, just lock the slide back, then it's empty. You didn't show it firing and then it was empty. It was just empty.
I tell you what I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to hold someone at gunpoint with a gun made out of licorice. And then when they realise, when they come and get arrested, you eat the licorice. That's what I've always wanted to do.
When I was younger and The World Is Not Enough come out, I always wanted to hold someone at gunpoint like that. There was a lot of that in that film. For some reason, they just had a lot of James Bond going like this. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that.
I want to do that.
I was 15.
A lot of
14.
times in films these days, people like to hold people at gunpoint from this close, and then the person grabs a gun.
Yeah.
Because they don't understand how guns work. It's not a knife.
Yeah.
It's something I was standing in the corner on the other side of the room with the gun pointed at him and say, get on the floor.
Trigger discipline is another thing. Like, no, everyone's always shown as having their finger on the trigger all the time. It's like, no, you keep your finger. I did that in Erica. I was very clear with my
Discipline.
Discipline. And this is the other thing as well. They do when they hold a pistol. They do that. That drives me nuts. You don't do that. You do that. You squeeze your palms together. You don't put your fucking thing under, because the first thing you do when you pull the triggers, that's going to go like that. So this, you're just cupping balls. That's nothing. What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's nothing.
That's nothing.
You hear me?
You keep what are you doing? Keeping the mag clip in the fucking thing? No, this doesn't do anything. It's stupid. So yeah. Anyway, there we are. Anyway, front door access.
Now this, because you were talking about essentially lawnmower. It's the future, mate. It's what telly's about.
Oh, I didn't know.
Have you not been to the future?
No.
This is probably 2008. This is classy. I think it doesn't tell you.
Oh,
also is. So this is this. I'm pretty certain this is the same house from Cybertracker 1. I'm also pretty certain they were made very close to each other. And again, this film really egregiously, really obviously reuses footage from Cybertracker 1, like a bunch of times.
Okay.
And they probably, to be fair, Donald Dragon Wilson has short hair in Cybertracker 1. I don't know how quickly Donald Dragon Wilson's hair grows. Reasonably quickly, I'd imagine.
But yeah, I guess.
Reasonably quickly.
Pizza Hut, quick plug. She called him. What did she call him? Eric. That's nearly Erica. Let's go.
Oh, you should buy Erica.
Yeah.
Would you like to watch the evening news? Milk.
Milk. That's what yeah. Do you do that? I don't know. I'm alone and do that. I go around the house making noises on my own.
Of course I do all the time. Self-employed.
Yeah. And I'm like, cream.
Cream.
Yeah, except I'm not on my own anymore because I have Winston there, so I tend to be like, would you like cream? And he's like, looks at me like only a dog can, which is in bewilderment and
confused
flatulence.
Farting puppy.
Yeah.
No Winston tonight, team, I'm afraid.
No, he's home with mum.
With mum?
Rightly so.
Oh, someone called TA or Tar gave us £2.
Thank you, Tar, if you will.
Spoiler alert, someone has already uploaded a supercut to YouTube of all of Duncan's possible death scenes from Erica. Watch at your own peril.
Fair enough, that's spoilers.
Spoilers, yes.
There's a few ways that can
in the
happen.
US version he eats Taco Bell. Amazing.
Of Erica, yes.
Gary Darnell referencing the sad demise of Dale Winton. Oh, Ash GCG just gave us a tip. Thank you very much.
Died of what?
123 people in the room. That's pretty fucking good. That's probably a bit special.
God bless you. Thank you very much.
Hey, look. So we've got the movie on, and we're going to talk about it. But I figure that's kind of falling apart a little bit. So just field questions to us, and we'll all hang out and whatever.
Yeah.
Please watch the movie too. We're going to keep commenting because there's some stuff I really want you to see, and I will put Hard Ticket on later. But just fucking ask us whatever you want.
Yeah,
point,
sorry guys, it's not our fault. It's just
we really wanted to do this, but it's YouTube doesn't want us. These films are available on YouTube to watch, and that was usually the rule of thumb with Oliver's shit. But I don't know. I don't know.
Anyway, so they're snogging on the sofa.
Only allowing £2 payments. Am I doing something wrong? Oh, for fuck's sake!
Is that what we limited on our?
I guess so. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't realise they'd capped our super chat, so I don't know. Well, tonight is just a fucking win, isn't it?
Because I guess we're just up to streaming content. You know.
Oh no, I don't know. Mine. I'm not going to send myself a £500 super chat, but mine seems to be enabled, so you can see. I don't know.
Is that from your personal account or from?
That would be from Valverde, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
yes.
Try.
Oh, look, there's some sweet virtual reality coming up, by the way.
Oh.
You're probably wondering what virtual reality looks like because you live in a time where virtual reality hasn't been invented yet. But this is the future, remember? So you can see the sweet virtual reality.
Of course. Oh, sorry. Not so.
I'm gonna make an echo. An echo.
Still in.
Oh, fuck another one. Adam Lacey, thank you, Adam. Your name says Miss Margarita.
Let's put the super chat among the pigeons. You can always rely on.
Is that £5?
Yeah, £5. £5. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
It's allowing me to go up to £100.
It allowed me to go up to 500 because I'm better than you. I'm special.
You've got a better credit limit than I do.
On YouTube, of all things.
Well, so much for that fucking mortgage. That
What?
I have.
I don't have an old people's catalogue for us to make fun of this time.
Damn it! But he does have a string vest. Well, a vest that seems to be made the things
A red vest.
stringy. That is an E30 BMW.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Well, it's a. Oh no, I could be wrong. It's very hard to tell in this aspect ratio.
Zimmer. Who got the keys to my Bimmer?
You know, Bimmer actually Beamer. Sorry, which is the common parlance.
I've got another
People
one.
people say Beamer. Beamer actually refers to the bikes. Bimmer is the car.
I had no chance of knowing that ever.
The people who come out and say like, "Oh, check out my Beamer." They
Zima. Who got the keys to my Beamer?
Beamer is the bike and Bimmer is the car, supposedly. Although people talk that up.
Duncan, what is the most? I will donate $500 Bison dollars. Duncan, what is the most uncomfortable scene you've ever had to do?
I did a sex scene once. That was quite uncomfortable for me, not for the lady.
Here, there was no batteries in the camera.
Yeah, no.
Lol. Sorry.
Lols. Yeah, no. The lady I was doing was very sweet, and very lovely. Actually, do you know what? No, that's
Todd
not.
LaRue just gave us a fiver, who I know is actually Kirk.
Oh, thank you, Kirk.
Cheers, Kirk.
Kissing scenes are quite awkward. It depends when they are as well, because I've had this or in plays when you have to do it, and it's like you're rehearsing, and everyone's like, right, okay, and then they kiss, and I'm like, do we build up to what? Blah, 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 and like, just kiss her, it's fine. I'm like, so I find it, or him. I've done it. I have done it.
I'm not sure I could get
gay kiss.
I'm not sure I'd get my head around kissing a stranger. I mean, I have kissed a stranger, but in the context of having pulled someone, not like someone going like, "We're all here, and you have to kiss them."
Well,
now.
it's like so I'm used to walking onto jobs and meeting people for the first time and working with them. But it's like when the day's work is kiss them, I find that quite odd. I did that on Call the Midwife.
Because it's just setups all based around you kissing someone, and I guess you have to do it multiple times or whatever.
Call the Midwife, I had to do a gay kiss.
Tret Films for a martini out of a tin. Cheers, Tret.
Cheers. Yeah, I had to do a gay kiss, which is it's not obviously I don't have a problem with it, but it's like it's just an added layer of.
Don't worry, Ian, you're good.
Awkwardness, you know. Where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay.
Well, it's something that you wouldn't do normally, I suppose. So.
No. And yeah, so I guess kissing people, but it's never a good point in a shoot. Either it's the first day and you've only just met this person and you've got to kiss them, or it's the last day and you've spent the last however many months working with them and you've got it's weird. That's weird as well. So it's never good. It's
minor derail, and this is something I was building up to when we had a video feed. If you're watching the film along with us now, Duncan, do you recognise this building? Are we going to get the shots? Okay, it's Nakatomi Plaza. It's the Fox Plaza in LA.
It's the Fox Plaza. Is this the interior of it?
I don't know. It's definitely the exterior. I can give you that much.
Okay.
Yeah. Imagine porn though. Like, it's a completely different thing. But you have to turn up and meet someone and have sex with them.
Yeah.
It's like, morning. Hello.
I guess that, but then that's part of the job, isn't it? That's part of the. You know, when you train as an actor, you just don't train to.
As a fuckist. Train as a
fuckist. I mean, it's not. Maybe it's just me who puts these. I think most professional actors are just used to it.
Like,
I mean, it's just is what it is, and I don't.
Thomas Cater just gave us £5. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas. I'm new to, it's just the thing you do, and I try not to think of it too much, but in the context of the character, you have to kind of, and if it depends what it is. If it's a very loving thing, then it's.
That Richie guy just gave us £2 as well. Thank you very much. It's flooding in tonight. Jesus
Bless
Christ.
you guys. Thank you.
Generous bastards.
Apologies for the shit.
Yeah, so sorry.
Well, no, it's not. It's neither your fault nor mine. It's just the way
We'll crack it.
You do a thing in good faith, and it screws you.
It's just irritating because, like, on the old channel, Oliver's channel, that's what I'm talking about. He would select films on the basis that they were on YouTube, and then we'd put it in a box and it'd work.
Yeah.
But that ain't happening. And actually, so on Hard Ticket to Hawaii, which I really wanted to share with everyone, because I've got lots of thoughts about Andy Sedaris movies. I was using track mats I was putting Valverde logos over the boobs and then like animating them across the screen.
Well, it might work because, as you said, the previous stream got demonetized for something in the trailer, not for the film.
We could end up with Hard Ticket, yeah.
So we might.
I think we might still try Hard Ticket actually, because the Sedaris movies are not particularly Whoa! Steve Arnold just gave us £10. Thank you very much, Steve.
Thank you, Steve. God bless you guys. We really appreciate all that. You know, I mean, it's very hard to monetize YouTube itself, and God bless you guys who are on Patreon, because that's such a godsend every month. But and thank you, Bill, who gave us some money for advertising as well, because we really appreciate that, and that's helping and that's working and everything. But it's a hard thing to do. It's a tough road to hoe on YouTube, and it's like there's so many people out there.
You're constantly throwing fucking roadblocks like this. We've kind of sort of given up on not swearing because fuck them.
Well,
I mean, technically we haven't, but it's just like, well, fuck.
Whatever potential ad rev we would get from this is.
It's the super chats and Patreon what keep this going.
Yeah,
like, and YouTube ad rev is shit, isn't it? Anyway,
oh yeah, it's
bugger all.
Fuck all.
They just don't help us whatsoever.
No,
maybe Twitch is the way, but I know Twitch has a pretty robust anti-copyright shit, so you know.
So
you know.
That's another thing I don't say. It's like Erica's got tons of. I've seen people put up loads of playthroughs of that. What does that count as?
Well,
technically you're almost like the editor.
Mr. Flebble just gave us a £5. Thank you, man.
Thanks, mate.
Well, this is the thing, because Let's Plays quite often not, but then
if it's a film, effectively that you choose.
Because Nintendo had a thing of striking game footage. Yeah. None of my Let's Plays have been touched. I did Rogue Trooper. Rogue Trooper gets one. I mean, it doesn't matter because it's not actively. It was going to never make any money for us anyway. But like, why?
It's bizarre, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, I believe in the democratization of all this stuff. I like it. I like that we're free to share what we want. But it does. Yeah. At the same time, you can't share everything because it's like what was it? I was talking about a film. Like, how far out does a film have to get before you can just YouTube any scene from it? You know, it's like nowadays, if we want to talk about On the Waterfront, you know, like, I could have been somebody. Like, we'll just YouTube it. Well, you'll find
a girl with benefits has just said, I'm currently planning a series of video essays that I'm uploading to my YouTube channel. I'm very worried about how strict they are when it comes to language and fair use samples. You're absolutely right, because when I use clips for It Ain't Broke, I have to limit them to 15 seconds and I have to make them small in a frame. And Oliver used to get away with it and still does because he has contacts at the different studios and stuff that release the copyrights for him. But it doesn't work for everything he does, so certain studios won't allow that. So I've got a thing planned that I think is going to suffer. Oh, Jesus. Todd LaRue, I Flog Coffee, just sent another £2.
Thank you.
Is this like a terrible version of Babe Station? Debatably, but, you know... Sexier somehow sexier.
Oh.
Rival Farm Gang 1 gave us $2. Thank you very much.
Cheers, man.
Thank you very much. Steve Arnold gave us 10. I think I said that. Any old classic films you guys fancy? Yeah, quite a few, because I wanted to do Touch of Evil. I wanted to do.
You know, you should do The Man Who Laughs. That's obviously prescient with jokes coming up, but I think
I'd love to The Man Who Laughs.
People don't talk about it. They talk about it in that context, and they show the image, obviously. But it's like,
people love to trot that out.
But then they don't really like. No one actually bothered watching it, did they? And it's like, no. We should talk about it as its own thing.
Yeah, well, I wanted to do Touch of Evil for ages. I've got loads to say about that. I'm trying to get Toby locked in to do some German expressionist stuff. On Sunday, Duncan R is coming. We're doing Tetsuo Bodyhammer, When the Wind Blows, Whiston I'll Come to You, and Threads.
Right.
Which are a bit more kind of obscure, a bit weirder.
Yeah.
Which I hope is going to please a lot of people.
Well, if you're one of those who said that we don't do enough non-Predator /Alien/Terminator films, and you don't watch that.
Speaking of which, we just recorded a commentary to Terminator Salvation. But there you go. There you go.
There we are, you know. 80s, shoulder pads, that's the thing I don't want. So we're putting at the moment, my wife and I are remodeling one of our bedrooms, and that makes it sound like there's lots of them. There's only 3. Shut up. Mm-hmm. But we're trying to make it an office/guest bedroom. And
I'm just going to adjust myself. Keep talking, darling.
I was talking about my desk and stuff that I want to do. And what I said is, I don't want one of those giant black leather office chairs that middle-aged men sink into and huff and puff. And it's that sort of command centre thing where they're like,
oh, you'd love a command centre.
And I'd love a command centre. It's like the arse print and the back sweat. is all over that motherfucker, and they don't ever get out, and it's like covered in, you know, like dry skin and shit. I don't I don't want that. I don't want that in my office. Moffice.
Wait, hold on. Look, see, here's it. So this is from Cybertracker 1, but we just had a bunch of Cybertracker 1 footage, but this is the Cybertracker. So now they're sending OG Cybertracker after
Matt
them.
Frere.
Yes, that's just all bald men, you fucking savage.
Matt Frere, how you doing?
There's when I went to when I went out to shoot Icon, right? When I went out to shoot bollocks. When I went out to shoot Icon, I'd never met them before. We just spoke on WhatsApp, right? And when they walked into Gatwick, I was like, I'm outside WH because I met them at Gatwick and we got on a plane together, like never met. I was standing outside WH Smith and I was like, yeah, man, I'm outside Smith's, come and get me. And about 3 meters away, there was another bald guy in a suit, and apparently they walked over and they were like, oh my God, why is he in a suit? It's an 11-hour flight, like fucking hell. And they almost walked past me, and then I was like, all right, and they were like, oh, hello, yeah, all right. And it was just a book. Gary's like, he looked just like you. He didn't. It was just a bald man. It could have been Matt Lucas or Duncan Goodhue or Matt Frewer in Lawnmower Man 2 or the Cybertracker. And they were like, why is he wearing a suit? What does he think this is? And I was sort of I wore tracky bottoms.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's
I'll crack one open for you. I wore tracky bottoms on the way out to LA. On the way back from LA, I wore tracky bottoms but no pants.
You ran out of clean pants?
Nope.
Oh.
Flying comfort.
Fair play.
I electively shrugged off underwear.
Very good.
And I don't regret it.
I'm going to become one of these people. I know I am. The more flights I take, I'm going to be one of these guys who walks around with a pillow around their neck.
Oh, dude, I've got to that point. I'm not even flown that much in my time.
All that shit.
It's all fucking Demolition Man up in there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Man, I'm at that point now. What I did, I took like some PE shorts and some trackies and like a hoodie and a t-shirt, and I was just in comfort. And then on the way back, I was like, I'm not wearing pants.
So the way to
Who's going to stop me? I'm not wearing pants.
It comes going through the scanner. It's like underwear. No, mate, I'm fully behind all that. I'm doing away with all the pomp and circumstance, because once you're on the bastard thing, it's like, well, you might as well be comfortable.
Oh, there's stuff coming in. I need to check.
You might as well. Look at that. That's a very small keyboard. Looks like a checkers board.
Checkers?
Oh, what's going on there?
So I love this. Until they've drawn his face, it looks like Charlie Sheen. No, Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen. But now, not Charlie Sheen. But still quite Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen. It's like if Henry Cavill played Charlie Sheen. That's what it would look like. Don't you think?
Henry Cavill played Charlie Sheen. Vatican Assassins. I'm winning. P.W. Gregory, I feel bad that I wasn't giving you money, but I've given you money I haven't. Yay for peer pressure. Thank you, P.W. Gregory.
Please never feel bad for not giving us money ever, because I would hate for that to be the case.
Yeah, you don't have to if you can't.
We seriously appreciate it, and it's massively helpful.
Lincoln Clark gave $4.99. He says, "Love your work, guys. Duncan liked my show on Twitter." So there you go.
I did, or I should.
You did.
I did. Very good.
You did.
Very good. No, I appreciate it when other actors send me their show reels. Dude, I'm totally in your. That's awesome. Good for you.
Sorry, I'm texting.
Rude.
I want to get in the chat. Let's get in on the chat.
Much rude there. Anyway, stuff's going on with this. There's a laser and a guy with a face now, and a not Natasha Henstridge lady.
Natasha. Whoa.
It's the name.
Andrew Evans just gave us £20.
Fuck off.
Muddy Funsters YouTube. Cheers, boss. You were fucking winning. God bless. Thank you very much.
That's very sweet. Guys, it's very...
Classic series Doctor Who review. SNES light gun.
Yeah.
Looks like a Nintendo scope. Yep. Okay.
Look at this guy. He's a good grade here. Who gave us £20?
That was Mr. Andrew Evans.
Andrew Evans, would
£5
you like...
Kirk's back, £5. Thoughts on your Joker movie? Might actually watch a super movie.
Dude,
Justin John just gave us 2. Richard's Carl's on display, got the stream stuck. The Boys Amazon TV was a good answer at Marvel Universe.
Did Dunk like the coffee?
Did you like the coffee? I say, so Joker movie, Boys, and did you like the coffee?
What coffee?
That's Kirk.
Oh, Kirk, yes.
He's under a fake name.
I told you I like the coffee, mate. I've still got some of it left. It's in the fridge, which is not, I know, not the best. Well, some say it's not the best, but should you put it in the freezer or fridge? Don't know. has a very interesting. It's good. It's good. I like it, man. Like we said, we should.
Shit, there's more super chats coming in.
We should make a Valverde blend. Not that you're into that.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I'd be quite up for that.
Yeah, a Valverde blend of coffee because coffee is so communist, man.
I'm just give you.
So
We're gonna leave that.
We're gonna leave that there. I just want to make sure our little animated tip jar things on the right
Owen Wilson. Do I have an Owen Wilson?
Does he have it in him?
Do I? I just don't understand why we need a candle in the downstairs toilet. No, it kind of goes to Jack Nicholson. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh. Yeah. I don't know. Duncan's slouching game is way better than Jacob Rees-Mogg's. Yeah. Cheers for that. Good, a timely one. Well done, a girl with benefits. What benefits are they? Are you on benefits or do you?
A girl on benefits. That's no boast.
Yeah. Are you excited for Joker? Thought that we're talking about the film.
So Joker. Firstly, Kirk, I read all of the Boys comic, all of it when it was out, and I really liked this first season on Amazon. I absolutely destroyed it in kind of 2 nights. The Joker. I'm going to watch it. I was cynical from the outset, as you might know from my video. There's all these reviews coming in saying how amazing it is, which I kind of view as a red flag. You know when you get all those reviews, kind of tell you something incredible something is. It's like, well, is it though? Is it really? I think the bottom line is I'm going to fucking watch the bloody thing, aren't I?
Well, the funny thing with that is everyone goes on about it, and I saw a review recently where they were like, oh, it's like, you know, classic things like Taxi Driver and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, it's basically the closest thing it's like Taxi Driver. I'm like, king of comedy, dude. Like, surely it's the king of comedy.
It's even got Robert De Niro doing the other role.
Yeah, I mean, like, what, you missed the trick. Sorry, Kirk is. I ought to say this for the because it's not fair that I just said, yeah, your coffee's great, and then didn't shout out the name of it. The Coffee Ring Company is Kirk's. Follow them at the Coffee Ring Co. On Twitter, and they do Vietnamese coffee and tea, and it's really good. And Kirk, bless him, sent me some coffee, and I really enjoyed it. And I should do that because that's only fair. But check it out because it's very, you know, in the UK, it's rare to get
Come on, do it.
Get the Vietnamese coffee. It's fantastic. I should, get the Vietnamese coffee. You know, I like John Rambo. Used to shove that shit up his ass.
Up his ass.
Up his ass. But there's a god watch, and his ass died of dysentery. I don't know that. I should just learn that speech, shouldn't I? Because like everyone.
It's too bait, man. You do such good work as Walken. I was trying to explain. So one of me and Duncan's early kind of comedy moments was when this is our things in tandem. Me being the ideas man, and you being the voice talent. Look how much he's terminated up.
Oh God!
Yeah, but not really. No, but you wait though. You wait.
He's a Terminator.
I was feeding you Alan Partridge scenes to do as Welkin
yeah.
on some commentary, and I was just kind of like, this is amazing. I don't have the talent to do that myself, but I can feed it into this machine that will do it for me.
Oh, come off!
Not that you're a machine.
No, but yeah, I'm not that good. I'm alright. I'm passable.
I'll tell you what pissed me off recently. Those fucking PPI adverts on British television. You got that really shit Schwarzenegger, and it's like, you know what? Fuck that. Right, the Valverde adverts we've got on with you reading out the things from Risky Business.
I think the thing with that was the thing they were trying to go for pastiche. They weren't going for.
Yeah, but it's like some geezer down a pub. Like if you go into a city centre, see there's barcodes on the things like in RoboCop 3.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh no, RoboCop the series, I think.
Shared Universe. No, it's in. I'm sure it's in RoboCop.
Is it in 3?
I think so.
It's not in 2 or 1, but it's at some point in the RoboCop timeline. Comes in.
Yeah.
But if you're in some fucking Witherspoons on Friday night, you'll hear someone going like, "Oh, get to the chopper," and it's so wank.
Get to the chopper. So,
Do it.
Everyone always goes, you know, that's what that
that's
that
the kind
PPI
of
thing is.
Yeah.
Do it now, or whatever. It's like, but you know, again, maybe they weren't going for accuracy or authenticity. Maybe they were going. I mean, I don't know. You got to imagine, like, did they have the rights to his likeness to do that?
Yeah, he's clearly signed off on that.
He must have done.
He's definitely signed off.
Yeah.
Dude is not like he's busy.
Why's he got cum on his face?
Jizz on his face. Look, wait, the good Cybertruck is here. Oh no, it's not. It's that guy. I thought the good Cybertruck was
It's the
here.
guy from Resident Evil 2.
It's Leon S. Kennedy.
Leon S. Kennedy.
Peasant.
Sorry. I have played that game, but I played it 20 years ago when it came out.
It just came out again in January.
Yeah, but
some of us did extensive live streams on it with broken legs.
On what though?
PC.
Yeah, I don't have a PC.
Oh, I got a press. I got a Mac. He's got a Mac. There
I've
it
got a
is.
Mac,
You
yeah.
can't see it, but
An
it's
old
there.
Mac as well.
It's
not
there.
particularly
You
new.
watch.
Um,
William Lowry, has the big giveaway started yet? I was wearing my Silver Shamrock t-shirt like you told me. William Lowry, if you want to join in, I'm going to do a commentary of William Lowry on Return of the Living Dead 2.
nice.
Yeah, we discussed
okay,
that,
cool.
so welcome, William.
Very good.
You need to tweet your best Valverde picture or drawing to @Valverde tweets with the hashtag EricaPS4 and the hashtag Viva Valverde. Which I'm sure Paul, I saw, as those who follow the social will know, I saw Ellie in the week and I just braced her for like Thursday night. You might end up to deal with a load of fucking tweets. Right, watch this. There's a chase through the streets of LA with a Cybertracker and the Cybertracker's quarry. Wouldn't it be funny if it went into a storm drain?
Yeah.
That would be quite funny, wouldn't it, if it went into a storm drain?
I mean, I'd never seen that before.
I can't think of. I mean, to be fair,
I'd never seen
Terminator 2 ripped off of Grease.
Ah.
Here we go.
Hello, I'm... What's his name?
Grease.
No.
Charlton Grease.
Charlton Heston.
Gordon Street. I know a girl who lived on Gordon Street.
Ah. The thing with it, LA...
Well.
to change it. Did you go in the LA storm drain when you were...
No, drove past them many times. Adam Talentire, my two favourite people on YouTube. Oh. Alan Talentire, Alan Talentire. I feel like I've got that wrong. Thank you, Alan. You're our favourite person on YouTube,
Aren't you?
What?
I mean, you are. Sorry,
That sounded really. Don't get it mean that. I don't know what you were going for with that.
Aren't you? That's
Aren't
what
you?
I mean. It doesn't. It's not. Anyway, sorry. This is a thing that we've experienced. I experienced anyway, largely through Grand Theft Auto, which is the LA storm drains or the LA River, as I think it's referred to an awful lot, which never seems to flow particularly much with water, but has more broken cars in it than anything else. And what is it? Does it run through LA, round LA? I don't really know.
I need. Yeah, it's from what I saw, it's kind of through LA. So I think it's sort of just.
So does it take? It takes.
It's hard to tell because I spent a lot of my time in the States being conveyed. So I was getting in the back of cars to go to a shoot and stuff.
Not a driver.
No, well, only Adam was the only one who was insured to drive in the States.
Oh, okay.
So like, there's only one, and I can't drive anyway. So, but yeah, I was kind of looking out the window.
If someone came up with an idea for a documentary where one person in the document could drive, and you got in a car, and you went in search of things. Anyway, that doesn't matter.
If you were in search of, I can't think.
I lost it.
If you all
It's
agreed
almost like
to get into a car together, but I can't think of why you would even say that out loud.
No.
So anyway, I was just looking
I'll
at the
regret
chat.
that, I'm sure I will.
Right, so someone just said,
Yeah.
greatest part of Duncan's Valverde yard was the capitalism, ha 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 part. That was a good part.
What part?
Capitalism! Ah! Remember the
Oh, the
merchandise?
money
Yeah,
thing. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, hold on. Hey Duncan, did you see the giant bomb call you the scruffy Max Payne character for Erica? Did you see the giant? I don't know who the giant bomb is. That's presumably a YouTube.
I don't know.
We know who Max Payne is, right?
I know who Max Payne. Of course, I know.
I'm going to infer from context that a video game critic would refer to you as the scruffy Max Payne.
Do you know what? It never occurred to me, and thank you for that. But I am walking around in a shirt, tie, and a leather jacket, so I guess I do look like a scruffy Max Payne. But Max Payne's pretty scruffy.
Well, I look like Max Payne 3.
You look like Max Payne 3.
Payne 1 and 2.
That's fine. Max Payne 1 is the guy who was one of the creators, wasn't he? He's like all the time. But from the second one onwards, it was the actor who was modelled on that.
Yeah, no. So the first one was Sam Lake from Remedy.
Yeah.
And then the second and third one are an actor that they brought in.
Yeah.
So they wanted to. So yeah, it's got the face of Sam Lake, and if you look at Sam Lake now, he looks exactly the same.
Yeah. It doesn't work.
No.
At all. As a look. Nothing against Sam Lake, but it just doesn't work. Yeah. So thanks. Yeah, I'll take that. I like Max Payne. He's a great character. I love Max Payne.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those characters that they manage to sort of blend that genre and take the film. I mean, again, it's another example of when it doesn't work and you try and change it into a film, but it worked so well as a game that appropriated so much of cinema.
I need to kick someone out of the chat. That's the first.
Oh, yeah, so you do. F. Bye. Thanks for that, twat. You do it from my laptop.
No, sorry.
Next time you can do it from my laptop because I'm signed in as Velvet.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Well, dude, if someone's been a twat, you
just say
3 dots next to their name.
Yeah, just say.
Right, nice.
Well, you've done it. I did it again.
Do you know what? I think I did a few solo video game live streams. I think I started it I started it in January when I was ill. And then we've been doing them together since February or March. Something.
Yeah.
That's the first person we kicked out the chat.
Yeah.
In September. That's quite good, man.
He's still going.
Yeah, no, I think that's his old messages.
Right.
He's been removed.
I mean, why?
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, it's so pointless.
Whatever.
I just saw that guy's watch, and all it was a big sheet of metal with holes in it. I'm not sure how that tells you the time, particularly. I'm sure it's very futuristic or whatever. Hey, what does he say? Doctor, I am Dr. Cybertrucker. Tell me about this film because I don't know shit, and since we haven't really watched it.
Oh, hold on.
Alright.
Hide user on this channel.
The
user's messages will be hidden. There we go. Sorry, I just removed one message. I've now removed him from the chat, so there you go. Just uploaded my drawing to Twitter. Hope you like it. Anyway, Cybertracker. Right, so Cybertracker 1, you got Eric Phillips, who is an FBI agent who's Don the Dragon Wilson. There are Cybertrackers who are like robot police, and there's a conspiracy to send a Cybertracker to kill him.
Robot police like a Blade Runner thing, or like police who are robots?
Police who are robots.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, not policing the robots, police who are robots.
Right.
So basically Robocops that look like Terminators. So there is a conspiracy to send them to kill him. And there's her, the blonde lady. She is a reporter who thinks he's been stitched up. He defeats the conspiracy with her and they fall in love and get married. Cybertracker 2, she gets stitched up. But there's a good Cybertracker on their side and that takes an hour and a half. And that's your...
Could it be Terminator 2?
That's your lot. That's your whole pile.
She looks like Juliette Lewis, but not.
I'm watching between the stream and the film, but I caught someone playing with Mr. Potato Head. Okay.
Right. Duncan. What? How's the word been on the video game you worked on? Very positive so far, I think.
Yeah, doing good. That's Nicky. He was asking me how I cope with the end of When the Wind Blows. It's like not very well, Nicky, to be fair. You'll find out when we release the video. Eric has been doing really well, looks like.
Seems to be, yeah. You know, very happy. I bless him. So the giveaway, the prize giveaway download is still up for grabs, but that came from my very good friend Ben, who produced it. Produced a live action element, charity. And he sent me an email the other day saying Sony are very happy, and so yeah, it all seems to be good.
I am Sony. I am pleased.
Mount Sony. The decree came down.
The decree from Mount Sony.
Sinai.
Now's a good time for you because you can catch them off guard. Also trying to get the Spider-Man rights back. That's the.
Yeah, I want at least Daredevil.
At least.
Can I not get
At least
Give me some Daredevil.
Like,
I mean,
Jesus. Oh no, that went back to Marvel, mate, didn't it? That went back to Marvel.
I'll settle for Rogue. No, I'm just joking.
Bargaining chips, mate.
Rogue's a great character.
Rogue is actually a great character.
What frustrates me is that is a character that
the thing is, you really need to know the Marvel characters to be able to diss any of them. Yeah. You know, you really need to sort of like be on the inside track of that.
Yeah.
William Lowry was asking why I didn't visit any Return of the Living Dead locations in LA. It's because the guys I was working with actually already did a Return of the Living Dead documentary. Well, they didn't. One of them was involved in it. And they were good friends with Don Calfa towards the end of his life, so they'd done all that. So they were going to traipse me around all the rottled locations.
Wasn't Juliette Lewis in Gem and the Holograms? I don't know, but Juliette Lewis, and as far as I know, still was one of my friends on MySpace.
Juliette Lewis?
Years ago. I'm looking at, so basically...
Friends of Juliette Lewis on MySpace.
So back in 2007 or 8-ish, probably 7, I hooked up. So I was looking for an old friend of my dad's who's a sound recording engineer, who was the son of Wally Stott, who used to do all the music for the Goon Show. And stuff
Right.
like that.
Okay.
And he became Angela Morley. So he was an early transgender person in the public eye, anyway. Mm-hmm. So it became a big deal, and they were really great friends and everything. And they'd lost touch over the years, and I ended up in touch with Angela right before she died, which was really, I was so grateful that I got in touch with her at that point. But anyway, that's another thing. But in the process of doing that, I was trying to find him, and I found a recording studio in LA that he had worked at. So I was like, hey, blah, blah. And they're like, no, he doesn't work here anymore, but hey, and blah, blah, blah. And they put me on the front page of their MySpace. And Juliette Lewis has a band who recorded there as well.
Right, yeah.
So she just fucking checked me out. And I had a band at the time. So she was like, and we got in touch. And she was like,
there you go.
I like your shit. And she put us on there for
Celebrity Duncan Casey Fender.
I'm keyed in with the celebs, man. And I've got a bunch who follow me on Twitter now. And I'm up there, man.
But
I'm not one. So
okay, we got some legit secret. I'm sorry you had to go to LA. So am I to a small degree. Rich, are you working on RoboDoc 2? So just to clarify, all the RoboDoc films are concurrent. It's kind of one. It's 3 hour and a half projects in one project. Chris is the director. I helped film Mark. We went to Mark Goldblatt's house. He's the second unit director of RoboCop 2, editor of Terminator 1 and 2, and director of Dead Heat, director of Punisher, loads of good stuff. Terminator.
You've got to get it.
So I did essentially second unit on RoboDoc, but RoboDoc is nearing completion. I spent a week and a half with Chris, and I've seen a bunch of RoboDoc that's not in the public eye, and trust me, I backed it before I met these guys. I backed it way before I knew them at all. And I've been hanging out with them, and it is happening. I've seen bits of it that nobody else has seen, and it looks fucking cool. It's just a frustrating wait I get, but it's going to be really good. So, yeah.
It's going to be proper.
Again, with benefits says trans rights. Right on. Fair play.
Yeah, fucking hell.
What was the other one? What regional accents do you guys have? Is it the same for both of you?
Well, what do you regional what? Oh, that's so Terminator.
Oh, dude, this whole scene, the police station.
Yeah.
Mate, no, they just do the whole police station, and then they watch it through a monitor, so it looks like the photos from Terminator 2.
Fuck off!
Honestly, and they did the storm drains, honestly, and because we've been talking, we missed a bunch of stuff. Like, this is...
That's
so
Poundland
fucking
Terminator.
Oh, dude, it really is though. That's why I'm trying to. Well, I tried to show it.
So he's a cyborg. I didn't know he was.
Yeah, no. So they've replaced him with a duplicate and framed him. So him and his wife have both been replaced by duplicates.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing is, here's the thing. We're both. Well, you're from the Bahamas, so whatever. But we're from the east of England, right? Mm-hmm. And the south of England all has the same accent, which sounds like this, pretty much.
Hello, welcome to the south of England.
Welcome to the south of England. But we're from the east of England, and Cambridge is kind of like a bubble. So inside Cambridge, well, look, I grew up in Cambridge. You basically did, right?
No, I did, yeah, I did.
Right?
I did grow up.
Cambridge, we sound like this, or like that, or like this.
Same.
And because we in this city talk like this, but as soon as you leave the city, you get the Fenland accent. It's like, hello, my liver, which is exactly like, well, it's not exactly, but it's very similar to the West Country accent.
Well, it's, yeah.
So, but there are historic links that back that up as well.
So there are links, so, okay, here's an interesting, there's links between the Norfolk accent and the Suffolk accent. There's links between the Suffolk accent and Australian, and and that's documented. But so I used to have an ex-girlfriend from Suffolk, and she used to sound pretty much like me all the time, except she would say things like no. She would say no, and that sort of comes from that. So Suffolk is kind of more like this, but it's more like they say "buh," you know, instead of
Charteris.
Want to go to Charteris? That's £5 of raspberries, buh. There's a brilliant thing, but so the son of the lady who famously phoned up Michael Fish when he said there's no hurricane.
Yes.
Son of her did a radio interview, and it is the most Suffolk thing. And the interviewer is laughing his tits off, and you've got to find it. You put Suffolk accent into YouTube, you'll find it. It's so funny.
Suffolk's the next county up.
Yeah, and it's beautiful, and Norfolk is beautiful as well, and Norfolk is very much. So I went to university in Norwich, and it's where Alan Partridge is from. No one talks like that there, but they've got.
Yeah, because he's actually from Manchester.
Yeah,
well, and that creeps into Alan's accent quite a lot.
In the past, he'll say.
Yeah.
But in Norfolk, everyone's it's more like you're going down the town. They add syllables where there's a W. They'll go, there's another syllable. So that's slightly different.
But
But
Cambridge,
West Country accent's more like Ricky Gervais. It's more like hello,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
you know, you going all right.
but it all fits in the farmer stereotype.
It does, but it's Norfolk is more farmer really. It's,
What, compared to
you know.
Black Country? Like, because
Well,
they
yeah,
are the ooh-ah farmer thing.
I guess.
'Cause my point
yeah.
being, they both have that, but Cambridge just sits in the middle and just goes, hello, Cambridgeshire, and has no fucking... Because I lived in Southampton for a couple of years.
Right.
Like, I've got tons of mates down in Brighton. You know,
Yeah.
I've been all around the south of England. It all just sounds like this. And no one ever says, where are you from?
Yeah.
If you go to those places, you go to the south of England, and we're actually out on the fucking east. Really, in Cambridgeshire, well, you're in Peterborough now, but Cambridgeshire just is there, and there's all this shit surrounding it out.
Well,
on
I'm
the
in
limb.
Cambridgeshire.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, because you're in
Oh, sorry,
Peterborough.
yeah, okay,
You're in
yeah,
Peterborough.
yeah.
Like, so you're in
Saying.
Cambridgeshire. Cambridgeshire
Yeah.
just sits there, and everything, it's all out on a limb.
I think I suppose I have an RP accent really. I mean that's I guess what I have, but it is it shifts. I'm on shifting sands whenever I had at one point my very good friend Franco, who's an Australian actor. I hung out with him a lot, and people thought I was Australian. They're like, "You sound a bit Australian," and I'm like, "Really?" But I must have just picked it up off him. I'm like a sponge, I think. Anyway, so the film, what's going on?
The film.
The film. Willem Dafoe.
See, Ellie just said, I hate my accent, country bumpkin. Ellie, you sound like us, mate. Like, because I think Hertfordshire as well just sounds like Cambridgeshire, doesn't it? Well,
Yeah.
Cambridgeshire. Doesn't bleeds into the Suffolk and the Norfolk type shit.
Ellie, I've never heard you speak, so.
You've never heard Ellie? Oh God, I suppose you
No,
haven't.
because I've never, much to my shame, I've never.
It's because you live an hour away, man.
I know.
I raced back from London,
I
like,
wish
what, day
I wish
before
I'd been
yesterday?
here, man. Like, I would love to.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that.
We're gonna hang out anyway.
We're
Yeah,
gonna do
we're
that,
gonna do
yeah.
it. We're gonna do it.
This is the time to show my present from Ellie. Oh no, my sketch.
Cock ring. Oh.
Cock ring. Let me get my jack out. I wondered why she turned up with that gun. Anyway.
Cattle prod.
Cattle prod.
That's not. Whoa.
Here we go. Ellie got me this, which is
Oh yeah, you did send me a picture.
insane.
Very amazing.
So this is a sketch of Judge Dredd by Carlos Esquerra, co-creator of Judge Dredd, who is now dead. He died recently.
We saw him at.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. And so they're going to be no more of these. That's the point. And I never thought I'd own. It's not
An
a finished
original.
piece because on the wall there I've got a bunch of finished pages,
Yeah.
none by Carlos. This is a sketch. It looks like, but there's no clues to its origin. He signed it in, and trust me, I know that man's pen work when I see it. I barely took out the envelope. I knew what it was. It's just, it looks like a convention sketch or something that he's done for someone.
Yeah.
Which is more than enough for me. Thanks very much.
Mate, no.
That's fucking amazing. I never thought I'd own a Carlos sketch. So you go. It needs to get framed up. And those of you who watched my Judge Dredd videos with Ivan will know how tediously obsessed I am with
And
that.
Ellie,
so.
you know my love for Rolexes.
You know how much I love suitcases full of money.
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
I collect suitcases full of
that's
cash.
Wonderful. That's wonderful.
Oh, it's the tunnel from Terminator.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yes.
And Back to the Future and Back to the Future 2.
Yes, Peter Serafinovich is very much from Liverpool.
Yes,
That's in the chat. That's in the chat. Duncan, do you do a Pennywise impression?
Which one?
Because OG Pennywise.
OG.
I mean, that's.
Well, he's quite Bronxy.
He's very Bronxy. He's like,
So-
hey, Georgie. Like,
yeah. Hiya, Georgie. He's got that kind of.
There you go.
Yeah,
he does it. He does it.
Yeah.
Billy Boy.
Like this is when he the best bit, the most Tim Curry bit, and actually it's the most, for me it's one of the most visceral bits, is when they're in the sewer as the kids and he goes, one of them goes, kill him, Bevel, and he goes, ha, kill me, and he just goes like, I am the eater of worlds and of children, and he just goes, and you are next, and it's just this most
could you
amazing.
imagine that performance in a theatrical film? Because like it's
No,
kind of like,
but it just works so well.
no,
in
it's
it,
amazing.
you
But
know?
imagine it was in a
Yeah.
theatrical film because it feels like, because it's this TV miniseries.
Yeah.
It's like, that performance is bigger than that.
But it's also that menacing thing when he just goes like, "Oh, kill me." He's like, it's just like, I am. Oh no, he goes, I am eternal child. Can you that has that kind of demonic
It's got that
thing.
high drama to
I'm
it, right?
eternal child. And bear in mind, all it is Tim Curry in makeup. It's not. There's no effects. There's no like. There's some dry ice. Maybe.
Dead Mouse that I just worked with did the Pennywise doc as well.
Yeah,
And they
I'm
went to Tim Curry's house.
I'm excited.
Oh,
for
dude,
that.
So John Campopiano was one of the American guys. He was really involved in that, like, because
Yeah.
there's 2 Americans on our team who were just constantly appalled at how much we say cunt, and as you would be. Oh, dude, we've already been demonetised. Fuck it. But yeah, they worked on that, and they went to Tim Curry's house, and Chris said he just sat on Tim Curry's porch with Tim Curry having a cigarette. Like,
fair play.
because Tim Curry had a stroke, man, and he's still doing public appearances. Tim
and
Curry
cigarettes, bro.
But Chris was having a cigarette.
Oh,
I think Curry
I'm
was.
scared,
Tim Curry's
love
Twitter-
you, Marlboro.
Marlboro. Wilderness girls. Yeah, his Twitter's funny as fuck as well. He's a funny fucking guy, man.
Mate, he's Tim Curry. He earned his tenure a long time ago, but his Pennywise.
Still in the Terminator tunnel, by the way.
Yeah, the Terminator.
Terminator.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, do it.
It's funny. It's funny. I mean, I'm excited to see it Chapter 2, and I'm gonna go see it this weekend. I really enjoyed the first It film. The It miniseries has a special place in my heart because I came to it. I would have been 6 when it came out, I think. And I remember watching it with my dad and my grandma over the course of 2 nights, and it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I watched it when it was on. I think we all sat down and watched it.
Yeah, and but it had that great quality of like it was a horror thing, but the horror wasn't. It was accessible horror to be nice.
Well, everybody remembers it like it was a film as well, and it wasn't.
Yeah, that I don't get because
strange.
it was very much
See,
a TV
the
thing.
local library to us over that way always had it on tape, but it was like that big omnibus thick tape.
Yeah,
So it's not a
yeah.
film, it was a miniseries.
Yeah.
Like, did you watch the Stand miniseries?
Yes, although I don't remember it too well. But
I know that way more intimately than I know it.
Oh, really?
Because
Okay.
I've always been into apocalyptic stuff.
Right.
And because it's a kind of end of the world apocalypse thing, me and my brother taped it. I can't remember. I think it was in 4 parts or 2 parts.
Something like that.
We taped it and used to watch it over, and I read the book because we talked about this before. I was a real Stephen King guy. Look,
Yeah.
well, they just look on the tape and it looks like it's exact. Look! It's just like in Terminator 2 when they
Fucking
put the
hell,
photo
it's
out.
got the zoom in as well.
It's
Yeah.
actually disgusting. look!
Yeah.
Oh, I love
yeah,
how much
yeah,
a
yeah.
rip off this film is.
Yeah, no, it was more in my wheelhouse for whatever reason, and I lapped up that TV, and I know it's cheesy, but that's kind of goes with the territory because it's a mini series. But I have to say, there's elements of it that the score's really good.
Yeah.
There's just images that I think the thing is there's indelible images in it. It's like one of the when John Ritter, who's playing Ben Hanscom, comes back into Derry and he's in the cab, and the cab just is driving along, and then there's Pennywise and he's holding a bunch of balloons, and all he does is goes and he goes like that, and it's just all it is a shot of going past him,
And it's as simple as that. It's that
Yeah.
shot. It's a kind of track as the vehicle goes past.
but it's just sort of like and then
It's the stuff in it, like remember when they opened the photo album and he's dancing around the photo?
yeah.
It's this brilliantly simple thing.
It's and it just even that circus music is so perfectly chosen. It's like da 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 da. Yeah, and he does all the flips, and then comes up to the thing, and he just runs up to the thing. And he's like,
yeah, that's what I like.
and
it
it
kind of
lets out some
transgresses
horrible
the frame.
thing. Yeah.
Robert just gave us €2. He says, "Thanks, lads."
Cheers, man.
Can you speak to everyone for a bit?
Yeah, what are you going for?
I need to pass some urine. Yes.
Oh.
I need to pass urine.
Urine. Can I get you
urine?
Can I get you a drink?
Yeah, it should be a Seadra in there for me.
Sidre. Oh god, they're still showing the CCTV of the Terminator like thing. That's fantastic. Yeah. Every time they show that, I get the money. It's fantastic. Yeah, that is it. Whoa, that fell over. Yeah, guys, man. Hello. Duncan Casey here. Not much to say, which is boring. I tried watching the original It, but I found it incredibly boring. Tim Curry was fine. Well, that's cool, man. I mean, like, you know, I like I say, I think these things always, you know, if it's something you came to in your youth, or if it hit you in the right place, then it has a different effect on you. For me, it was a thing. Yeah, I live in Peterborough. What's your favourite pub? I don't have one. Not telling you. Not gonna say. Not gonna say. But there we My legs give Richard and Duncan's massive calves a run for money. I don't have massive calves. Okay. That's all Richard. Sound like Richard Dreyfuss. I don't have massive calves. Okay. Someone says like we both have massive calves. That's not true. You have.
Don't stereotype Duncan.
That's it.
On my milky
I have
calves.
slender legs because I have not bite.
I gotta say, like, I don't have a lot going for me in terms of how I look, but
you are beautiful. Fuck off, you.
Thanks very much.
Flame-faced Adonis.
Flame-faced Adonis. When I broke my leg, I was like, oh, my leg's gonna be fucked. My knee down didn't never change.
I really want to shave my head.
Oh, it's so satisfying.
Is that a weird thing?
Oh, it's so satisfying.
I really want to do it.
No.
The only reason I would ever have for it is if I had a role where I had to shave my head.
Your wife would go mental.
Because my wife would kill me.
Your wife would go mental. So yesterday, I just bought, I normally use the same razors to shave my dome, because you've got to do it every 3 or 4 days. I bought a different razor when I was in America.
Dome, he means scribe.
Scribe. Same word that is scribe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mr. Potato Head. I used new razors yesterday to shave my head, and I've never got the shave quite as close as I did yesterday. Or was it 2 days? Was it before I went to London to see the guys? It was, even I, after 18 months of shaving my head, I sat around just going like, fucking hell. Yeah. It's very satisfying.
I bet.
And when you first start to do it, it's quite difficult, but when you get it down pat, you do it in 3 minutes in the shower.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's just the best feeling. I mean, I'd rather have hair, like, as the bottom line.
Well, I had the option.
Yeah, you go nuts. I mean, yours clearly isn't going anywhere. So
I don't know.
Your wife would lose her fucking shit, man.
I have a slightly high hairline. My maternal grandfather, he didn't lose it, but he got quite thin towards the end there. But you know, it is.
Don't shave your head, Dunk. No chance it would ever grow back properly. Big risk. That's not. Dan, that's not a thing.
That's not a thing.
That's not a thing.
Yeah.
Ever since Richard shaved his head, I can't stop seeing a British version of Skinner from the X-Files, says William Lowry. Well, you are referring to Mitch Pileggi, who is a sexy, sexy man. So I will take that. I'll take the old Mitch Pileggi. Hey Duncan, that's a good question. Steve Allen says, hey Duncan, what's the hardest accent to do?
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't really know. Because I'm a slacker and I only do easy ones. No,
I'm trying to think.
A lot of people here say Welsh is quite hard to do without going sort of Indian.
Right.
But that's not true. Okay. I mean, I suppose for me, my thing is always to meet someone who's so sort of endemically that thing. So for me, I struggled with Welsh for a long time, and then I met my friend Matt. It's a guy called Matt anyway, years ago on. Snow White and the Huntsman, and he was so Welsh, I couldn't help, but I just absorbed it, you know. He was manic. He was like Newport. He was like sort of crazy fucking. Hello, all right, yeah. How's it going? I don't fucking.
I'm all about Goldie Looking Chains, so that Newport
accent.
That
as well,
that Newport accent is the one.
Yeah. HRT. You know, that's your missus is a netter. Yeah.
I fuck it. Oh man, that's the one. The accent that I get mad envy over is the Welsh accent.
Right.
It's an amazing accent. It's just
that's great, isn't it? No one gives a fuck.
You know,
Mark Price, he doesn't
Mark
give a fuck.
Price, you know.
I tell you what, right? I done Fistful of Lead with Mark Price. He didn't give a fuck. He said, right, go over there and be a fucking cowboy and don't fuck around.
That's true. All right, Richard, go be a zombie. Right, Off you go, you know.
Shut up, I'm fucking filming, right? You, over there, I'm over here. Don't fuck around. Be a fucking cowboy.
Isn't Welsh British as well? Yes, we had this discussion earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, Welsh is British because Scottish, Northern Irish, English, Scottish, Northern Irish, and Welsh are all British. But we are English. So when Americans say you have a British accent, that's one of 4 countries. Americans always mean English when they say
Welsh,
British.
Irish,
Northern
Scottish are British accent. Well, Northern Irish are British.
Yeah, because they're in Britain, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. We might not have that for much longer based on the current situation.
Try telling it to Russell Crowe, but I could go. Sean Bean is as British as Ian McKellen as
Billy Connolly
as fucking, because they're all
Tom Jones.
That's Tom Jones.
Hurrah! Hurrah! What, I saw you fighting in Cardiff, Wales.
So I did a gig with Elvis.
Aled Gravel. Sorry to interrupt.
Not at all.
It was. We're doing
Please,
Tom Jones. Cardiff, Wales.
Please do.
Aled Gravel says, "Did I miss the big giveaway?" You did not. And he has a avatar of Vivian from the Young Ones, which I approve of.
Very good.
The big giveaway is a copy of Erica for PS4 as a digital download. We have the code. If you tweet a drawing or a photograph that you feel is representative of Valverde's values to @Valverde tweets with the hashtag Erica PS4 and the hashtag Viva Valverde. Sorry. You may win, and we're going to judge that at the end of the stream. So there you go.
Yes. Cyber Tracker 2.
Taron Edgerton is Welsh. There you go. I did not know that. I did not know that.
Have you spoken about Pierce Brosnan?
Some of the Welsh wouldn't think so. Yeah, but some of the Scottish wouldn't think so. Some of the Irish wouldn't think so. Some of the English wouldn't think so. So,
Have you spoken about Pierce Brosnan possibly playing Alfred in the Batman? I don't think that's going to happen, is it?
Do you know what? I think I was into that. I really want that to. I don't give a shit about the next Batman film. I can't be bothered. But if Pierce Brosnan's Alfred, I'll pay for that.
Do you know what? The whole Robert Pattinson of it all, I'm thinking like, that's cool.
Yeah, he's good.
That's all good.
Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds like a fun thing. Pierce Brosnan.
I see him as Batman as well. I'm just tired of seeing new Batman every 5 minutes. So
I've said this before, but I was just like, it's nothing against Ben Affleck. I like Ben Affleck, but he, when you cast someone that famous, it doesn't work. It's much harder to convince everyone that suddenly Ben Affleck is Batman than it is to say,
Pattinson's famous. He's a big star, but he's not Affleck big.
No,
and he's not. He's young. He's younger than us.
And he's been out of the loop for a while. He's not younger than us. He's
no, he's younger than us. He's in Harry Potter, man. Like he's in the same year as Daniel Radcliffe in Harry Potter.
Yeah, I know, but he's look it up.
You don't want to admit that. Well, maybe you're right.
You don't want to admit that.
No, look at the state of me because it did. I look like a crocodile shoe. I fucking do. Robert.
Too late. 86. Okay, so.
Hey!
You're right.
Right. End of stream. Richard Winter.
It's 2 years. Nothing. He's 33. That's boo hoo.
34 if you're me. Wait, hold on. We're the same age. I'm 35 as well. Yes, I am 35. Yeah,
I'm 35.
No, I actually remember. I keep thinking I'm 36. But I'm not. Yay, hooray for me.
I'm down for Robert Pattinson, but yeah, what was the original question?
Pierce.
That seems like let's just lazily go through all the James Bonds. I think Timothy Dalton would make a better.
No, I said that already.
Yeah.
I said that to you, didn't I?
We've had this discussion.
Yeah, like Timothy Dalton, but Pierce as well.
Pierce is wonderful. I love Pierce.
No, but they could.
I just think Pierce is more of
Watch the birdie, you bastard.
Yeah, but Pierce, do you know what and this is not to do Timothy down at all. Pierce has more of a kept man vibe to him.
Because Dalton is kind of rough.
Thomas Crown, he's Thomas Crown.
Yeah.
Dalton is more of I could see him more of like he was an ex-SAS, now he's out. He's much more, I could see him in that mould more as Alfred. He's a gentleman's gentleman, but he's,
Yeah, I get it. I would happily take either of them.
Daniel Craig, man.
Was Alfred?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I'd go with Daniel Craig.
No, I would take...
He'd never do it, but I'd take Daniel Craig.
I get it, but like...
But I totally don't.
I mean, we live in a world where we've had Sean Pertwee Alfred, which is awesome. Like, that show is so mental.
Well, that's what I mean. It's not a million miles, is it? Daniel Craig.
Well, I think that's the thing.
But to get the incumbent James Bond to be... it's not going to happen, but...
I think...
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the Dalton conversation for Alfred, didn't we?
Dalton would work. Dalton would be 100%.
But did we talk about that before? I'm trying to think, is that me and you or me and Ivan talked about that?
Either way. I know I've talked about it, so it must be...
I'm a slasher of prices. He was Rassilon in Doctor Who as well, which is a really big deal.
Don't mind me.
Yeah, big deal. It's like Doctor Who's Emperor Palpatine almost.
Okay, yeah.
Not exactly, but it's a big bad.
Very good.
Which was really great. And yeah, obviously Hot Fuzz. Because this is... Actually, no, hear me out. Here's why I would have Pierce over Dalton.
Okay, yeah.
And that's a difficult decision for me to make.
Yeah, fair play, yeah.
And it's based on very nebulous, narrow conditions.
Yeah.
I feel that Pierce was really underutilised in World's End.
Yeah.
Whereas in Hot Fuzz, like Dalton gets
Dalton's
to
all
sing.
over it.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Pierce is really underused in World's End, and I would pay Pierce back. Have him, Alfred and.
I would love it. I would love it. I just think of the two, I would have said Dalton was the better choice for Alfred.
Yeah, I know, and I would love to see that as well.
Only because in my mind's eye, Pierce Brosnan is more of the landed gentry type versus.
When does Dalton? I know
Only
Dalton's in Doom Patrol. Is Dalton doing like American accents these days?
No idea.
Because here's someone. Timothy Dalton. Timothy Dalton, if he can do the accent, Judge Dredd.
Fuck off. Really?
Massively.
Fuck off.
Massively.
No.
Massively.
No.
Massively.
No.
Yeah, hugely.
Well,
he's got the. If
I have to bow to your
expertise.
If he
can do the accent.
Really?
If he could do the accent. Yeah, he's got the chin, he's got the presence, he's got the charisma. Like, absolutely.
He hasn't got the. No.
Yeah,
no.
yeah. If he could do the accent.
Not for me,
If
man.
he could do the accent, it would be
too
fucking
theatrical.
amazing.
He's too. No.
Yeah, but that's what, like, if he can act his way into Judge Dredd. Look, you know I'm a Clancy Brown guy. You know that.
I'd love. Yeah,
Timothy Dalton as Dredd would be fucking amazing.
You have a real thing against because I say Ron Perlman, and you're not into that.
Too gruff.
Too gruff.
Too gruff.
Too gruff. Okay.
Too gruff. I don't get it. He's too. Judge Dredd. Part of Judge Dredd's whole thing is that he is kind of, because he's like the ultimate sort of fascist. Sort of. He's not. Perlman's not clean cut enough.
Okay.
He's not clean looking enough.
Okay.
I don't get it. People always say that. I don't get it. He's too rough looking.
All right.
Like Dredd needs to be. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Timothy Dalton for everything. Timothy Dalton is 73 now. So's Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd's well into his 70s. So there you go.
Yeah.
My favourite Bond movie is On Her Majesty's Secret Service. They appears as my second favourite Bond. Duck off, Richard, you mad bastard. That's my brother.
I don't get. For me, On Her Majesty's it's like yeah. Well, that's cool, man, but I don't get it. Don't get that film. Thank you, Ed M.
Oh, Ed M. I'm not Dalton. Brendan Fraser is Superman. I think Brendan Fraser.
That shit
kind of,
may well have said.
No. The shit that I was about to say. Robert Zadar is Dredd. Yeah, very good. Yeah, I kind of think that ship has sailed a little bit, hasn't it? Because I think Brendan Fraser in the 90s. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
the
think
Tarzan
he
years.
was in the frame, wasn't he? One of the, as every Superman casting, literally everyone's considered.
In the McGee era, perhaps.
Yeah.
Or the J.J. Abrams. Long Good Friday. Yeah.
Would you like Dalton? That's what Sam Montgomery says.
I like to see more of Dalton. I think Dalton has much more scope in him than he's been given. You know, but that might be by choice.
I want more Dalton.
Believe it or not, people do choose. I remember lying in a hospital bed pretending to be dead from a car accident for weeks, which was horrible considering that
actually
a few months prior that had actually happened to me.
Was that for Holby?
That was for Holby, and Hugh Quashie, who we've often said could have made a great James Bond at one stage or another. Was there, and he was great. And whenever you meet famous people or whatever, you always have that initial like, oh no, I won't ask them about the obvious shit. Mm-hmm. So you know, we just chat about home life and stuff. But I was there for a week or whatever, so I was like, well, fuck it. Eventually, we're going to talk about it. And I still have it in my mind's eye. There's him. There's all the other actors around me, the actress playing my wife, the blah, blah, blah. We're all around the bed. And I have to be dead for most of it. So I'm just like, all right, have a kip.
Yeah.
And
chilling. Don't snore.
But we fuck around like during and I was like, I'm just boring. I was like, yeah, you fuck it. And I was doing Simpsons and I was doing all sorts. I remember doing all that. And Hugh was talking about one thing, and I must have done a Star Wars impression. We started talking about Star Wars.
Yeah, right.
And he said he got asked to do the second film, but he declined. So basically, the first film came to him because someone else was cast, but they dropped out to do a play, And then when the second film came around, he was good. He was already cast in a play, and he was that character was supposed to go through that.
Yeah, yeah. They replaced him with.
They replaced him with something, and he said that he was in a play, and he was just like he'd seen the reception to the first film, and he was just like, I'm not giving up my play.
Good for
and
him.
so that's great for him.
Yeah.
And but the thing is, for me, the only thing with Hugh, he's so fucking. He's got that film star quality. And I love him on Holby, and I'm so happy for him in everything he does. But I'm just like, I wish you could have been this mega film star, because I think you are. Like, I think he's really got that.
Here's my confession, re Holby. My missus, I lived with her ex-girlfriend for like 5 years. We lived together. We were together for 7 years before we had our kind of common law divorce. And I used to sit on a computer, and she'd watch Casualty and Holby.
Right.
And like for the first couple of years, I'd just be working. For the second couple of years, I'd just be like watching. And then a couple of years after that, I used to sit next to her on the couch and just straight up watch Holby every week. Yeah. And part of that was Hugh Quashie.
Yeah.
Because there's a bunch of people like I genuinely really liked Holby and Casualty, and it was like the original Endgame. They would do crossovers from time to time, whatever. Yeah. And I used to genuinely watch it. And when we broke up, I remember like once I even sought out Holby on iPlayer when I was staying with my parents whilst we split up all our shit. Yeah. And I was like, okay, this is a bit much. But part of it was Hugh Quashie, man. Because he's a fucking... what's his... Dr. Rick... I want to say Rick Sanchez, but that's from Rick and Morty. Rick Douglas is from... Garth Marenghi. But yeah, he was part of that. I really loved that character, and I really liked that show for a bit because of girlfriend reasons. But so there you go. I wonder how many people tuned out when I said that.
I'll tell you, he plays. Yeah.
Dalton on Dalton. He interviews himself. That sounds wonderful.
Rick Griffin, which is
Rick Griffin.
Not far away from Family Guy.
Rick Griffin. Yes, that's it.
So I had the privilege of throwing up on his shoes once, and then being dead in the bed and being catered for, because I've been on Holby a couple of times.
When were you in Holby as the guy in the coma?
The guy in the coma thing would have been about 2016. I don't know.
Oh, that's wow. I definitely well knew you by then.
Yeah.
I think that's in. No, we'd have just broken up. I think I would have just missed you on Holby. That was outside of my watching window. I did show my mum, because like something me and Duncan talk about quite a lot is when you're off like doing your other jobs, right, and you tell people you're an actor, they just sort of go like, oh yeah. And when I'm off temping, because sometimes I work on receptions and stuff in various places or whatever, people go to me like, oh, so what I get asked a lot is like, oh, do you temp full time? And I'm like, no, I own a business. And people kind of go like, oh yeah, because they don't believe you, right? And
where's your Ferrari?
Yeah. So I was saying to my mum like, oh, Duncan's an actor, and my mum was like, oh yeah. And I was like, yeah, like you've watched him EastEnders, and she was like, oh no, I haven't, or whatever. And I was like, yeah. And I showed my mum your EastEnders bit, and she was like, fuck. Like my mum was like, ah! Yeah. And then suddenly it's like it all means something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Duncan showing Phil Mitchell and Ian Beale the wrong dead body on EastEnders. Spoilers. She fucking loved that. My mum's particularly as a Scottish woman, you'd think she would detest EastEnders in all its forms, but no, my mum's a...
My gran used to love that shit, man. Yeah, she was Scottish through and through. She'd watch
Scottish!
Yes, but no, the only soap really that I haven't done is Coronation Street, but the rest of them I've been on.
I've never been on Corrie.
Never been on Corrie. I've auditioned for it a couple of times.
Dalton as Neo in The Matrix 4. I'd watch that.
I could watch that. I need a week.
Why haven't they done It Ain't Broke on Roadhouse? All right, Duncan's pissing. I'm gonna feel the chat.
I'm not gonna make the mistake of taking my lamp with me.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Rise of the Planet of the Daltons. Basically, since we brought up Dalton, that has dominated the chat. Watch the birdie, you bastard. I do love some Dalton talk. So here you go. It's all Jackson all the time. Get yourself that sweet, sweet Jackson talk. Get my chat window back, you fuck. I'm doing this kind of side saddle look right now. Rise of the Planet of the Daltons. Dalton only makes love to himself. Dalton of the Dead, Dalton Gump, Dalton from Roadhouse, the Daltons. 50 Shades of Dalton. Drink every time you read Dalton in the chat. Scully, bad idea. Dalton versus Dalton. Dawn of Dalton. Frost Dalton. Dalton clones Dalton and makes love to himself. Dalton is Sonic the Hedgehog. Do you have anything to say? I'm enjoying the Dalton chat. Worms is asking about Terry Gilliam. Yeah, I love Terry Gilliam. I love his movies. Particularly Brazil, I think. But there's a few different things like Time Bandits and stuff. Like, yeah... Terry Gilliam's an amazing filmmaker. What was the most recent thing he did? He tried to do Don Quixote again, didn't he? Despite being an absolute train wreck time and time again. But yeah, any non-Dalton chat? Do we have that? Do we have any non-Dalton chat going on? That would be. All right. Also, I just bought this like cheapo webcam from fucking Dixon's or something. It's £20 because the DSLR's playing up. I'm using the usual lights from It Ain't Broke, but it does make it look like some kind of ISIS kidnap video. Like no one's getting their head cut off. You know, this does feel like a found footage horror movie, but there you go. Come back and join us. So are we going to risk hard ticket? I think we should.
Is this nearly finished?
Yeah, we're nearly at the end.
Oh, I'm sorry. I feel like I've really neglected
Do you know what? Because of this whole make them watch it in another window thing,
Yeah.
they're taking the fun out of it. I mean,
I'm sorry, guys. Is that the blue screen that was just never finished?
It's hard to know because there are no blue.
There was a crash mat.
There's a crash mat there. Yeah. There are no blue screen effects in this film, but I guess if they didn't finish it,
that's hard to know. Yeah, hard to know because then a breakaway railing there.
I mean, this does use, like, it runs to like an hour 30 or something, but it does use a worrying amount of footage from Cybertracker 1. Like, not that much, but considering that it's coming up pretty lean anyway, you know what I mean? So this is, it's just to fight herself. Oh no! And he's got a gun arm Robocop 3 style as well, so like,
nice.
They really sort of, Cybertracker 1 really leans into Terminator, but Cybertracker 2 leans into Terminator and Robocop.
Terminator.
And Terminator, Turbocop.
Turbocop.
And Turbo Man!
I still can't get my dad to watch Robocop, man.
Really? I thought you and your dad were all into that.
No,
Terminator,
no. He loves Terminator, man. He loves it, like you and I. And that's a big bonding thing for me and him, but I cannot get him. Every time I've said to him about Robocop, he's like, oh, no, bloody ridiculous, bloody rubbish.
Terminator's fine though.
And then, so for years and years and years, and then eventually he went, oh, now, I listen to you and your podcast thing, right? And you made me real, that's fucking Terminator.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you mean, mate. Nothing like Terminator.
I mean, lazily. That's a blue screen that's not finished. And he goes,
Michael Caine, your
Michael
dad.
Caine is my dad. And he was like, no, I watched Robocop. Finally watched Robocop because you said it was good. And you're right, it's bloody brilliant. I went, oh, thank you. I said, so what, you got it.
Oh no, I know where this is going.
Yeah, you know where this is going. Yeah. And I was like, oh, so you got the satire and this, he watched the fucking remake, didn't he? I was beside myself.
I really admired how you asked me to watch it before it came out.
Yeah.
Before it was written and shot.
So that thing you've been dismissing for so long during the 90s.
If he thinks that
suddenly
if he thinks that film's amazing, the real one would blow
you would think. Off. You would think. I tell you what puts him off is he's always going on about how Peter Weller's movements look ridiculous. I know. I'm like, hey, what, are you kidding me? That's what...
Sucking sacrilege.
Yeah.
Sucking sacrilege.
I love my dad, but damn.
I love my dad, but not that much.
Not Robocop, man. No, it pisses me off. I'm like, Dad, he's part of that thing. Oh, I don't give things a chance I don't immediately warm to in 5 seconds.
Man, there's been a lot of... There has been an insane amount of Dalton talk. There was a whole list of alternative Dalton film names and everything. It was fantastic.
Dalton.
Timothy Dalton.
That's Timothy Dalton.
Me and I don't know if Niall's still watching, but like my bro just took up photography this year.
Nice.
And he's advanced significantly, fucking hell, because I'm not a stills guy, right? I just know my way around the DSLR because of work, but I don't take stills. And it was two. Me and Niall's photography have been defined by two Timothy Dalton quotes. One was, I was trying to get photos of a bird once, and I did the thing from he kept moving, and in Hot Fuzz he goes, "You little fucker!" And like when the bird was trying to move, I kept saying, "You little fucker," which was very funny. And then the other thing was trying to get hold of photographs when people wouldn't stay still, and we were both going, "Watch the bird, you bastard, you bastard." Like, yeah, that was, and I was like, Duncan does his thing where he does the thing from the film I haven't watched for 25 years, and I think it's really funny. And then we spent our whole family holiday walking around going, "Watch the bird, bastard."
What's the bird?
Terence Mork.
You recognise me? I am flat.
Retracting to ancient history, my friend. I don't think these subtitles are working out, are they?
Not really. I hate to kill and run, but I have a play-in rating. I must say, I'm really gonna enjoy this. Yeah. You little fucker thing is different though. Whenever you little fucker.
You little fucker.
It's the best bit. Yeah, he goes, "You little fucker," because he.
Does he go like, "Watch out or the ginger nut gets it"?
Yeah. The ginger nut gets it. But it's that typical over pronunciation of the vowel, like it's the ginger nut gets it, or the consonants.
That really, because the whole joke is they're in the model village.
Yeah.
But that really shows the stature of Timothy Dalton, because when Timothy Dalton's fighting Simon Pegg, and I think Simon Pegg is like 5'10" or something, he's not huge.
Yeah.
Timothy Dalton's like 6'4" or something. So like he does that thing, and I think it's in slow motion because Edgar Wright's doing his kind of Tony Scott thing. He winds back this huge punch and just like does this big punch of Simon Pegg, and he just looks enormous, and it really like the statue kind of proportions of him, and because he's the bad guy as well, it makes him look so menacing and everything. And because he's the whole point of that character is that he's sort of like endlessly genial and always 2 steps ahead and smug and stuff. So when he kind of loses his rag and gets angry, and I'm going to need some ice cream.
He's so good, but all throughout that film as well, he's just wonderful. It's utter tosh.
Utter tosh. Everybody knows about my time in the ballet.
So I went and hung out with Brad a few times recently, down at his in Billericay. One of the times I was doing some work for a film he's been working on.
Weekend at Dalton's.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure I can talk about it yet, but we got home and we were like, let's put a Bond film on. What we're gonna watch, and we watched The Living Daylights, and I've revisited that film a bunch of times recently. It's great. It's great. He's great. He's wonderful in that. He really is. That for me is like one of those, License to Kill is all well and good, but Living Daylights is proper. It's a proper Bond film, and he's properly good in it. And it's a shame that he didn't get to do more. But
I think I said to you, because I don't really do Bond.
No.
But the ones that really interest me right now are Her Majesty's Secret Service, both the Dalton ones, and
so contrarian. Right?
Well, no, but this is the problem.
Yeah.
This is, but no. I mean, yes and no, because I'm not going to.
I'm joking.
I don't. Doesn't mean I'm going to enjoy them, but also because my fourth one was Casino Royale, the wonky Woody Allen one. So I don't necessarily think I'm going to enjoy them, but as Black Sheep, I want to know what the fuss is about, or what the anti-fuss is about.
Yeah, fair enough. I would say beyond that, I would say watch something like For Your Eyes Only, because that's a Black Sheep in the Moore era.
So I was about to ask if that's a Roger Moore one.
The Moore era is very much a stalwart Bond. Was very much a Bond thing, right? But like that film is very down to earth. It has some really serious shit in it, but it's good. Like it's really good. People often talk about you have to do a thing to get me into Star Trek, and I have to do a thing to get you into Bond, and what would you pick? And for me, I think the interesting twist on that is that we both have to pick the generally perceived
supposedly
bad item to get each other. So I would have to get you into Bond via Die Another Day or
I don't know, because
Diamonds Are Forever.
I mean, because in terms of Star Trek, because you've seen the bad ones.
I've seen the Abrams ones.
Yeah, so yeah.
Which I quite like.
But no. No, I like the first one, and we talked about that, and I don't mind Beyond, but like you've seen Into Darkness, right? That's like
I don't mind Into Darkness.
It's the worst one.
Fair enough.
I mean, even worse than Star Trek Nemesis. Because if I was going to get into Star Trek, I'd probably get you to... Because like the most revered Star Trek thing is probably Star Trek 2.
Wrath of Khan. Yeah.
And one of the most other revered things is all of DS9, which is like... yeah.
I've seen bits of that.
Should we watch 7 series of television and put it on YouTube? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I was going to go there, I'd go like... Actually, I'll tell you what I'd probably do, because Star Trek 2... Have you've seen Star Trek 2, right? You must
Not really. I've seen bits of it.
Okay, cool.
Not properly, no.
Because Star Trek 2 works because... The two Star Treks that work as just standalone films that have a lovely kind of message are Star Trek 2 and Star Trek 4. And don't get Brad started on Star Trek 4, because me and Brad did a whole Star Trek 4 episode. Like, we both loved the fuck out of Star Trek 4. And it gets a bit buried under the glow of Star Trek 2. No, 5's the one that everybody hates that I love.
Ah, right.
Yeah. Right. Star Trek 4 is the Save the Whales one that Leonard Nimoy directed it.
Right.
And it's just this really lovely, warm thing that kind of does. They literally do like the. Remember when Basil Exposition is like, "Don't worry about it, just have a good time," and that goes for you all too. Pretty much the start to Star Trek 4 is Spock going like, "We're going back in time, son. What?" And then they just kind of go. Yeah. It's like, all right, fine,
Fair enough.
So I'd probably go Star Trek 4. I mean, I would like to stage Star Trek 5 because I think it's horribly underrated. But
okay.
There you go.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying we'll do it, but
no.
I guess I would have to get you in via.
Well, here's the thing.
Die Another Day is the largely. It's not. I don't think it's the worst Bond film, but I think it's the most off the right.
Wouldn't it be wonderful to do it as a live stream? But we can't do that.
No.
That's verboten.
It's for the birds.
It's hard to do as a commentary, I suppose. But
Oh, we're about to see what the fuck happens.
Nobody else is. Nobody else.
Oh, okay.
Just us. Okay, so that's the end. Cybertracker 2 is done. Cybertracker 2 is over.
Yeah, we really didn't talk about it, and I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
My fault.
We're going to try Hard Ticket, and we're going to try stream Hard Ticket to you, and see what happens. I'm going to have to kill the audio completely, which is a shame. Well, maybe I'll put it up a little bit. Be prepared for the fact that the stream might be cut off again and we have to start again.
Yeah.
But we're going to try... Do you agree we're going to try Hard Ticket? And see
what absolutely, yeah. We need to, yeah.
Okay, well, I need to pass urine, so Duncan's going to entertain you. But we're going to try Hard Ticket.
Yeah.
I think it's fairly safe.
We may as well. At this point, we may as well. Worst case is we have to stop and start again, but that doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah, so this thing about the Abyss has come up, and the Abyss is something that people have asked us to do, actually. And I would definitely be up for it. And The Abyss is a great film, and the story behind it is equally great. And I know all about it, and it's a crazy film in terms of its production. That would be awesome to talk about. So we ought to talk about it. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Yes. Time for a pee and a drink. Yeah, that's true. Fuck Bambi and Thumper. Are you talking about Diamonds Are Forever? Because so if I was to honestly pick the Gail Ann Hurd, looking rather sexy, if I do say so myself. If I was to pick the worst Bond film to try and get Richard into Bond, I think admittedly it would have to be something like Diamonds Are Forever, wouldn't it? I mean, I really don't like that film. So it's really got to be a thing about personally I don't like that film.
Which film?
Diamonds Are Forever. I was saying like if I had to pick the worst Bond film to try and get you into Bond, and if I was genuinely talking about
trying to get me into the worst one.
Well, but there's the worst and there's the worst. There's like what people say is the worst, and there is the worst. I mean, I think Diamonds Are Forever is one of the worst. I think I can't stand that film.
Who is that? Connery's comeback one.
No. Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah.
So
After her On Her Majesty's, yeah, which I think is dreadful as well. I'm sorry. Everyone goes on about like, oh, it's so underrated. It's not. It's terrible. I mean, it's not. It's the contrarian's favourite Bond film, but it's fair enough if you like it. That's cool. And it's a good film. Like it's well made as a film, but it's not. He's dreadful. Like I'm sorry, Lazenby was not an actor. George Lazenby. was not a good actor, man.
Wonderful man.
No, but so yeah, and then Connery's comeback. I don't know what's worse, that or Connery's comeback, where he just did not give a shit. He was getting a load of money.
Call it Connery's comeback. I've been here for years.
Sean Connery's come on my back.
Right.
Said Dick Miller.
Oh,
The late great Dick Miller. Sorry.
Oh.
Not to come on his grave.
I'm showing the utmost respect.
Yeah.
Right. We're doing it.
Okay.
We're gonna go for hard ticket. It's gonna come back on the mic for a minute.
Yeah, ticket.
It's gonna come back on the mic for a minute just to be perfectly clear about what's going on.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it is an hour past my bedtime, so I apologise if I'm very tired.
So here's the thing: we would really quite like to stream hard ticket for you, and we're just going to take the risk. I think if you accept that risk, is that all right with you, Duncan?
Fine with me. I have to say your sofa encourages slouching.
It really does, yeah. I'm afraid so.
They look terrible.
So we're going to try do hard ticket. Duncan is moving around the screen. He is. That was my doing, I'm afraid. But we're going to try do hard tickets. So
Spectre is pretty shite too. I don't agree. I don't think Spectre's shite. I think it's boring. It's not well paced. But I don't think it's shite. I think it's pretty good.
yeah, I mean, I did not like Spectre. I like Skyfall a hell of a lot.
Yeah, that's you like that one. Well, I'm in that.
Well, that kind of
Let's show up briefly.
I watched it before I knew you. Before I knew who you was.
You hardly knew me.
Okay, yeah, we're getting some good lucks. Okay, right. So we're gonna try hard ticket, see what happens. It might get killed. If the stream gets killed, we'll start it again. You guys can come back in and watch. We'll just have to do us hanging out, really, if hard ticket doesn't work.
Yeah.
So here we go. Hard ticket to Hawaii coming in hot.
I'm expecting boobies or no boobies.
No, the boobies have been censored, I'm afraid. Right.
Where are you going now?
Alright, I'm gonna start a hard ticket, bro.
Oh, right. Okay, you got to start up. Hard ticket to Hawaii.
This is worth us trying to watch if it's on screen because it is brilliant.
Alrighty. That looks like Hawaii.
Hawaii. So I've wanted for quite some time a venue to talk about the films of Andy Sidaris, and I have this 12 film box set from which this was extracted, which is called Girls, Guns and G-Strings, and there's another one as well. The Andy Sidaris films do create like a shared universe. So you see the boat's called Malibu Express. The first film is called Malibu Express. And in this film, they reference how the events of Malibu Express were turned into a film within the film.
Oh.
Also, Andy Sidaris is kind of
very sexy, though.
Andy Sidaris, yeah. Oh, dude, they're all Playboy models and stuff. So these films are totally full of softcore sex, basically, and there's loads of really hot 80s kind of Playboy models in it. And I've had to go through and take all the boobs out. So we'll see how that goes.
She is a very sexy fool.
So it was sexical.
Sexiful.
Sexiful. Sexiful. Oh, hashtag sexiful.
She is a great sexy fool.
A great sexy fool. Yeah, these films always have loads of sexy girls in.
Yeah.
You better appreciate the lengths I went to here.
I will.
Oh, I went to my length.
What did you go to your girth?
Here we go. Look. There you go. I actually.
He looks like Christopher Reeve.
He does. He does. So yesterday, one of my, I was actually doing a bunch of.
That's pretty cool.
Oh wow, that's really good.
That's very good, mate.
Okay, we've had a good. Ian, that was a good contender.
You're in the running, my friend.
You're in the running.
That is amazing. Oh, you gotta love that. That's you as Robocop.
I know, it's the,
Bro.
doing my grumpy face as
Yeah,
well.
but that's so. And I'm the Terminator.
So most of these take place in
Fantastic.
Molokai County.
Right.
Okay, they specifically reference James Bond a
I
lot.
thought you'd comp that into the.
No.
Yes.
No. Yeah, they take place in the same locale. They're about
Yeah.
kind of like drug enforcement agents. The theme of assassins comes up a lot. Tons of gadgets. Like, this is a fun, outrageous movie. Like, there's loads of fun stuff.
He's in Magnum PI.
Oh, is he?
Right on the left, he's the chief of police. Yeah.
Well, I was saying to you earlier, Al Leong was in one of these. Sid Haig, Danny Trejo.
Right.
There's a few kind of B movie legends that turn
Well,
up.
I guess
in
they were
these.
hanging around Hawaii.
Yeah, and some of the girls that are in them. So the Molokai cops tend to be the main characters. Some of the girls are kind of Playboy or Penthouse. A couple of them are legit, ended up porn stars, and it's and the thing I found, because I know like the Sedaris movies, they're more known in America. Like Bravo, the channel Bravo, always show the Sedaris movies all the time because this is classic Bravo fodder. One thing I found was I sat down and I was like, okay, I have to make Hard Ticket to Hawaii kind of nudity free for us to stream it, right? Before we had our copyright issues, like nudity free. So I sat down yesterday morning. I was like, well, this won't take too long. I'm going to scan through because I've watched this a bunch of times. I'm going to scan through and find the boobs, and I was like, 2 minutes in, okay. 10 minutes in, fine. 20 minutes, okay. 25 minutes in, 20, and basically it ended up taking me about an hour. And then I had to like, see, YouTube is fine with that, but not titties.
Yeah.
Not copyright violation.
That's bad.
So it took longer than I was doing track mats, and that's when you lock the. Oh yeah, Andy Sidaris loves a title sequence.
Fair play.
So there's one, I think it's guns. It's all computers. He does really creative type.
Yeah.
Andy Sidaris' movies are trash, but there's like a bunch of really creative shit in them. Like these title sequences are really cool.
Yeah.
There is a bunch of kind of gadget, model, miniature, pyrotechnic, special effects. It's all there, but they are definitely garbage as well. It's a strange kind of dichotomy of the world of Andy Sidaris. Just going to check over there if this has been copyright striked already.
Doesn't it look like? No, it's not.
No.
It's on the.
No, it's not.
It's on there. If it's on
It's
there,
not.
it's fine. That's our chat. I'm logged in as us. So.
I'm logged in as us. I'm me.
Yeah. Is this when did this come out? Do you know?
Oh, I'd have to check. I mean, the Sidaris cycle kind of started in the late 80s, and they go through to the early 2000s. And he died, so they stopped when he died. He produced these with his wife. I mean, look at this. These titles are really great, right? These are all in camera.
Yeah.
It's all 4x3, so they were done to video and television. Really, they weren't intended for cinema. But there's loads of really creative camera work in them, and I'm a big defender of these. And as I said, they're definitely trash, but there's definitely something here. Like I find them, and they're really fun. They're never boring to watch.
It
right?
looks to me like repurposed Magnum PI stuff because Magnum PI ran from 80 to 88. I want to say.
That's a long old run.
Yeah. It was an 8 series run. So I want to know. I reckon this looks because I've already seen an actor from that.
Right.
That looks like a cheap Michael Caine.
Oh, really does.
The
Carkle Maine.
Carkle Maine.
Good eye, I'm Carkle Maine. He would definitely be Australian.
Good eye. Yeah. Not many people know that.
Michael Hayde.
Michael Hayde.
Guys, I'm really glad we're finally at movie night.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm sorry.
we're at movie night. We might take this section out and release it as its own vid, since so sorry it didn't pan out for Cybertracker, but we're here for movie night. So Arlene Sidaris is Andy's wife. Andy Sidaris was a cameraman for NFL and kind of live sports broadcasts, and he went off and did this.
Right.
They're very they're of a type. They're very similar, but there's a bunch of creative stuff within them.
Yeah.
And they're kind of weirdly porny. There's one, I can't remember which movie, but the villain comes back in a sequel 10 years later, so like belatedly.
Right.
So it's a shared continuity, which is mad. Like, it's the maddest mad thing.
Sorry.
Don't fall asleep because it gets fun.
Sorry.
It's
Past my bedtime. Are they all set in Hawaii or no?
For the most part, yeah.
Okay.
So Molokai County, Hawaii, that's
Molokai.
that's where it goes
I'd
down.
love to get to Hawaii. So my affinity for Magnum PI anyway comes, I think, from my dad's love of island living, and I guess that's what kind of led to me because I was born in the Bahamas. He went to the Bahamas as a kind of escape and met my mum there, Yeah, that's so for me. It's kind of got that. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't happen in the Bahamas. That looks amazing though. I'd love to go to Hawaii. I really would.
I'd love to go to Hawaii too.
I
Absolutely.
think for most Americans, they're like, it's just like, it's like for us, I guess, going to southern Spain or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
In as much as obviously it's further.
Well, it's right there.
Yeah, but it's part of. It's not even that because it's like
because it's a state.
it's like us going to Cornwall, but Cornwall takes 4 hours flight or whatever to get to. You know, it's like, yeah, it's another state, but yeah, it's pretty cool. But the good thing is that'd be like can you imagine Hawaii's climate and tropical beach and stuff, but it was just you could spend your pounds there.
Yeah,
you could just go there and it wouldn't cost you anything. Essentially, you just yeah, I'd fucking do that.
Yeah, right.
Wouldn't you?
Of course I
Are
wouldn't.
you kidding?
Oh yeah, no.
You and I would be in Honolulu
that
like you
sounds
would
awful.
not believe. Yeah.
Right, this is a great summation of Andy Sidaris movie. So basically, this girl's going to get her tits up for no reason. Yeah, don't get too excited to do that.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm ruining it for everybody. But there's one scene later where it's just a girl goes into a room, gets undressed, and then it cuts back to the dialogue scene, and then it cuts to her putting the other outfit on, and she walks off.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole.
Brilliant.
It's awful, and I hate
It's a bit like Arnold in Hercules, isn't it? When he's like, I'm going to have a shower now. It's like, let's continue this conversation in there. When I get my tits out.
And when he gets his tits out in front of the cinema.
Yeah. He's an imposter.
And he is like Mr. Universe swole as well. Would you pass me a beer, please?
What would you like?
I've only got one left, I believe.
Well, there's okay. I think there's another Heineken if you want that.
Oh, groovy. I'll take the cider, please, boys.
Very
for
good.
the time being.
Oh, hello. I've got my left. Well.
Yeah, you got a left you mad cunt.
It's not a way to end the night at all.
Oh, do you know what I'm really pleased about so far is that if this Sidaris movie is flying on YouTube, that means the rest will as well. Which means we could do live Sidaris for days. And trust me, this is just warming up.
This is the tip of the Sidaris iceberg.
The tip of the Sidaris iceberg. And it genuinely, people wank off. That is very good saving of the dolphins. Good work. People wank off about auteurship, but like take it. And I say this a lot because I say it about Zack Snyder, and a bunch of people don't like. Like, you know, Sidaris is genuinely an auteur. There are consistent themes and styles you can identify across. Well, it's quite a large body of work in a short period of time, including this snake in a sock.
What's going on with that? It's very ominous.
What? It's a normal snake in a normal film.
That's how snakes are, man.
Just normal footage of a normal snake being normal. That's what that is, mate. See, the forklift, there's a really laboured shot earlier of the forklift truck driver taking that label off. Taking the label off the fucking truck.
Who wears short shorts? You
wear short shorts.
He does look like Michael. Okay, that's the way it's got to be. That's got to be Michael.
Drink every time the tits are censored. I feel a sudden urge to go to the bathroom and clean
That's so Michael Caine. Fuck off.
It is weirdly, and it's very Jaws the Revenge.
Yeah, that era. Oh, shit. Ow. They've got proper 80s butts as well.
Oh, mate, the things I censored from this film are wonderful. Wonderful. If you want to borrow this when your wife's on holiday, you can. But again, I'd hope
my wife doesn't go on holiday. Not without me.
Oh, no.
Oh, my. But that's all right. Oh.
Ooh. Tell you one thing I did find out from
belts.
I've got a yeah, right. Like they got their tool belts.
Like
Molokai cops. That's standard issue pilot cop drug enforcer uniform.
Yeah, DEA.
So me and Ivan and Tom Kennedy, in fact, watched all these together.
Nice.
And in one of my sketch pads in this room, I made loads of notes about these movies, about what links them and what connects them and the different stylistic things, which I haven't brought out for tonight. But I would love to do with Valverde on. I think because there are a ton. Hard Ticket is kind of like the Empire Strikes Back of the Sidaris movies. Because there was Malibu Express first, But Hard Ticket's where it really kind of kicks off for a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of videos about Hard Ticket already. People have done their wacky, and it's always kind of like, plot hole, and it's like, if you're looking for plot holes in this, you're a fucking
yeah,
idiot.
really.
Like,
That's
yeah, right.
Come on, it's like pointing out plot holes in the room. Or saying there's bad acting in it. It's like, yeah.
One thing I did find out from Cesaris movies, though, in a sideways way, is that when you see an aircraft on film, or any aircraft, and you can see the registration number, if you Google that, there's an aircraft database online, and it will tell you when the aircraft was commissioned and decommissioned, and when it was active.
That's how people found out that I was in Blofeld's helicopter. You know, when I did
that advert.
So I doubled for Tom Hiddleston in a Jaguar advert, where there was a helicopter chasing the Jag down the runway, and they Googled the tail number of the helicopter. This is a wide shot where it's a bit ridiculous. I'm not a stuntman or anything, but they just basically, if I fell out, it would be less expensive.
You're not Tom Hiddleston, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I had the seatbelt on, but they didn't put me in a harness or anything.
At least they think it was a seatbelt.
All I had was one of those. But I was in his shit, and all I had to do was to fly along. I fucking loved it. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, put me up. Where else do you get the opportunity to fly probably 10 foot off the ground in a helicopter?
Yeah, right.
With the door open, and like you get to lean out and fucking do all that shit. Like, no one's gonna let you do that unless it's for a film. So yeah, so I was like, fuck yeah, that sounds awesome. And I did that, and someone Googled the tail number of that chopper, and it's the exact chopper that's used in Spectre.
Did you know that?
Well, no, that was afterwards. So I did that in 2000.
Yeah, of course. 'Cause I remember you doing that.
Yeah, that was before Spectre.
Oh, weird.
So they used it afterwards for that, and I was like, oh fuck. So I literally was sat, and I'm not kidding. When they showed the interior stuff, Blofeld's in the seat I was in.
So Christoph Waltz may have sat in your helicopter.
Blofeld's bum went where my bum went. Yeah.
But I think it's more important to say that.
Or Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz sat in Duncan Casey's helicopter.
Yes. Yeah. If you
also, by the way, because of the way that aircraft is branded and the registry number, all of that aerial footage was legit.
Yeah.
It's not stock.
Yeah.
Like, there's a bunch of cool spectacle in these, and it sucks so much that it's 4x3. Because it's like there's a ton of like really good stuff in these, and I will defend them, even though they're definitely they're never boring. Okay. These movies are never boring.
You said that. Yeah.
There's like so much nut stuff, and if you want to go look at supercuts for them and shit, like they're all over the internet, like whatever.
That's right.
That's right. Hello.
Listen here, boys.
We've lost a bloody snake.
That second take is due for the pug. Now, I won't hear another word, right? I can see through time with these glasses.
I can see through time.
Get it done.
Get it done. Sexy chicks with tool belts.
And teased hair.
Here's a videography secret that I'll share with you. Something I started doing recently, because I have basically a belt with my lenses and my like multi-tool, my screwdrivers and stuff. If I'm not wearing that because I'm sort of mobile, I just hoop like a carabiner clip on a bungee around my belt. Doesn't do anything. But people are always like,
he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Nah, mate, it's some Primark combat trousers, printed t-shirt, and a bungee cord around your belt. If you don't have your utility belt handy, which does do stuff. So I've got like I've got tape, I've got screwdrivers, I've got lenses, like all that shit actually counts. If you take it off, bungee cord's got you back, make you look cool.
Nice.
Doesn't do anything. Utility belt does all the shit you want, but
nice. Yeah.
Just instills confidence in people when you have a bungee cord. Don't know what you're going to do with it, but it instills confidence. The fucking snake.
What's the snake going to do?
It's Chekhov's snake. If you introduce a snake in the first act, it needs to have snaked by the third act.
It needs to have snaked.
Snake! Do love a Metal Gear Solid reference.
Yeah, I haven't played. Do you know, I only really played Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh, right, you didn't play the first one?
Not really, no.
Oh, that's a shame.
I played bits of it with my friend, but no.
MGS2 is great. Like, it's a bullshit about riding, but yeah, it's a great game. Three's good.
The ending was nuts, but I remember it being pretty good, man.
Well, I said this to my friend's son the other day because we were talking about games, and I was kind of warning him about the dangers of games. Rebecca Shaw Helicopter. Because he's just getting into his like year 9, I think, and I was like, yeah, I remember when I was doing psychology A level, Metal Gear Solid 2 came out, so I got it, and I stayed up all night and played it in one go, and it took me 9 hours. then I went to psychology class the next day having not slept, and he was like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't play games all the time. I was like, yeah, you might end up like me.
Yeah.
So this is you got a really kind of, this is the first kind of proper introduction of this villain, who's like super posh, kind of vaguely aristocratic guy. He sends off a little assassination helicopter.
Right. It's the 2-stroke race of death.
Oh no!
We're mixing oil and petrol. Oil and petrol. The lubricant comes with the what do they call it? Inflammatory. Oh my god.
Hold on a minute. These guys are in trouble. All they want to do is go for a sexy walk.
Oh, a sexy walk. Go into the undergrowth. I'm sure it can't follow you. Know.
Welcome to the undergrowth.
Right into the undergrowth. The window open.
Look at that as a little.
There's a wee briefcase inside.
I've got a wee box.
Hey, it's like Billy Connolly.
Billy Connolly.
It's like, oh.
She got a shuriken in her shoe.
Where did that go into his dick?
That's right.
That's right. It's wee fucking winky, you know.
Wee jobby.
That's it.
I don't know, wee jobby. Look, I love it because they're portrayed as being badass, but when they run away, it's sort of like you know when they run like Steven Seagal runs. like I think it's like Nico. Steven Seagal does that little prancy run.
Yeah. From the
fucking brilliant.
From the get-go, he ran like a.
He's just
like
Steven Seagal is not a hard man, is he?
I
mean, he would kill me.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. Is
also look at that geezer's trousers. Like that looks like a magic eye picture. So if you looked at that for long enough, you'd see it building or a truck or something.
Ever popular? I mean, I know the thing. What frustrates me, and this must annoy every subsequent generation, is the way this shit comes back, and you're like, that's not cool. Like they do it ironically.
Now, it's like seeing bowl. Like you see teenagers now with bowl cuts and like round specs.
Yeah.
It's like shit. That was trending when we were kids. It looked shit then.
Yeah.
I think your man there had that Casio watch what Tristano gave us. Or gave me.
Oh,
I've got it over there. It's on the desk. I wear it for work.
It has a name.
The Marty McFly watch.
Yeah.
The calculator one.
The data bank.
Data bank. Yeah. God forbid you calculate anything on it. Fucking hell.
Sorry, TGV. Big props to TGV.
Big props to TGV.
Big fan of his, man. Big fan of our channel. Love me some TGV. My big plan, good morning, big boy, the big breakfast, the big thing, is to go out there and film with him in Philly. And
Philly.
Go buy a watch from Watchbox, who he's now affiliated with. And yeah, but more power to the TGV.
I don't wear a watch. I felt bad when T was here. I felt like some kind of vile peasant when he was here.
Oh, cretin. We're around with our Rolex.
With their Rolex.
Our Rolei.
Oh, where Rolei is the Japanese Mercedes.
Yeah. Oh, that's Seiko.
So I can't do that because I'm not well versed enough to. I can't move in that circle.
No, should you be? That's fine. It's a very angry snake.
It's got great kind of drool and stuff on it though. That's the thing. It's got these great kind of drooling effects.
It is like a penis. These are very sexyful ladies.
They are so sexyful.
Yeah,
mate. If you're feeling pervy, the Sitaris movies are the one. They really are.
Go and bother my wife.
Bother my wife. Luckily, you've been drinking and can't go home.
It's true.
Just having a quick look through the Twitter to see what's. Oh my god! Oh, these are great. There are good things on Twitter.
That's weird. That's just weird.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
I'm still in.
I'm
Ian,
so happy.
Ian is my man. You as RoboCop is just brilliant. I'm still for that. Though.
You lot are smashing it.
I'm still about this. That's still my
That
jam.
is great, man. That is really
That
good.
is incredible.
I
But
gotta say, we haven't had that many, but the ones we have had are pretty strong.
the thing that makes me laugh is it's all over the Erica PS4 hashtag, and they've got to be like, what the fuck?
We just polluted the.
It's
Yeah.
like there's that craziness, and then there's like actual footage of Erica going on, and that's I'm sorry, that's fucking weird. Sorry, guys.
The one of me on Robocop, I've got a proper double chin as well, which is great. I could be wrong. I think that's Andy Sedaris
Okay.
because he Hitchcocks it in cameos. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Sedaris. I don't want to get too distracted from the Sedaris fun times.
You a great big fat man.
He's a bit, yeah. The fact that he's like this schlubby fat dude is a surprise to nobody, right?
Yeah. Erica is currently polling the top favourite game for August.
If you want to win the prize, you got to tweet at Valverde Tweets with the hashtag Erica PS4 Viva Valverde and your picture or drawing of us.
That's our thing, but I mean on PlayStation Network it's...
Oh no, I was just reminding people.
Yeah, no.
So
I'm just saying Erica is trending as the top.
There you go, because it's awesome.
Well, that's what they say. I'm not sure if it's got anything to do with me.
Okay. I know for a fact, having had to censor this film, some of my contributions are coming up shortly.
Nice.
Shortly. Look at that guy's earring. God damn, look at that. I mean, the salmon shirt came back round. I think it's off trend again now, isn't it?
Is it?
But
Yeah.
But the salmon shirt was back in, but he's also wearing it with that kind of white suit type situation.
Yeah.
I'm too pale to wear a pink shirt and a white suit. I would look like I was naked if I did that.
It's a tough look to pull off.
People would just think I had baggy skin around my neck. Is what would happen if I, you know. Okay, so guys, one of my censored scenes is coming in.
Oh. I'm
quite happy with the animation, but I've thrown in a few extras for you at home.
It's such a shit.
What? I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
No, shit. Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. It's
fucked
fine.
up. Oh,
Yeah, it's fine.
spilt bit. No, there's lots of bit
It's fine.
into your sofa.
This lever, leave it.
He said in search of boobs.
Yeah.
I lost my shit.
There's more. There's more.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
I don't know what you mean.
I don't know what.
It's random. It's random.
I
mate.
don't get the reference. I know I have
random.
a wet ass now.
I'll go get a towel.
as you
it's
must.
Fine. It's
I'm
fine.
so sorry.
That's just-
I was like,
You're missing out on some banging boobs, but I feel like.
That's oh.
Yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
a frustrating watch, mate.
I just want to have a wank. It's not- no, I'm kidding.
You should be numb to this at 35.
I am. No, I am. I'm so sorry about it. It's my.
This is a shit hole anyway.
No. I spilled beer, everyone.
Oddly enough, I recently had to launder all the towels. Do you know why?
Because you hadn't before?
Because Ivan spilt some beer.
Oh.
But this is just one. Just chuck it down there. That's fine. Shh.
Oh, this was the thing. This scene was like, this was the weird, oddly racist scene that I saw when I googled this.
Oh, what you watched the like the supercar,
Whatever it was, yeah. He's like, wow. I was like, that's not how martial arts work.
It is. You just sort of loudly go wah,
Yeah.
and that's the same as doing martial arts. Valverde boo block. I have a wet arse now. Quit with the evening.
Let's say how Christopher Reeve's career would have gone
Right.
if.
It's funny because these movies are like, they're definitely super cheap, but at the same time they've got weirdly high production value. Because they're fucking around in helicopters, things getting blown up, there's like blood.
There's boats and shit, yeah, yachts or whatever, yeah. Today's
So I think this is where,
hot pants.
if you see, back in the background behind them is the poster for Malibu Express, which is the previous film.
Oh, yeah.
And they talk about how, because we've seen Malibu Express as the last film in the series, and they talk about how he's the star of Malibu Express, went on to become a movie star, and they based the film on his exploits. So it folds Malibu Express into the continuity as a fiction.
Right.
I mean, that's really interesting, right?
Yeah.
And they continually do that as it goes. I mean,
Fair play.
you got this blue lighting because it's total Jim Cameron time. That's what's going on.
Boobies.
The boobies, they are rocking boobs in this movie.
They are rocking boobs.
I mean, forgive the chauvinism, but we are watching Andy Sedaris, let's face it.
It's not chauvinism. I'm not saying women are lesser.
We're just saying that
We're just
boobies are more.
We're marvelling at your amazing beauty. That's not nothing chauvinist about it. You're amazing. We're not. We're hairy and full of balls.
full of balls.
Full of balls. That's
Full
not a
of
good
balls.
thing. Full of balls and penises, and not in a good way. Like in a really hairy, nasty, smelly way. That's not good. I'm all about female form.
Oh wait, hold on. Someone's just pointed out on Twitter. Solo Fett has pointed out, and I know Solo Fett's in the chat. We're in the Indiana Jones temple in that picture. There's a third layer.
There is a third layer.
Valverde.
I'm sorry, that's
That's
the winner right now for me. That's so good.
That's the same picture I used for Risky Quizness, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
with,
so.
With the
That's my
Terminator
wife's sunglasses. Dude, yeah, no, that's so good. That for me is my favourite.
We'll discuss that at the end of our ticket.
Yeah.
We'll have that discussion.
What is that thing as well about putting tights on your head?
I know, right?
And
apparently,
like no one will know who the
was
fuck
up
you
to
are.
up to a point was the most effective disguise of all.
It's a sort of Three Lions fucking.
It's a Wookiee. No, it's a Sugar Puff monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So there was a mild bit of, because I'm still worried I forgot some tits, but basically some tits gets flopped out in this scene, and I had to. Well, I think we might have just missed it, but I had to Valverde the tits out.
I did see something. Yeah.
But yeah, this is a mild bit of boobage for this movie. But
Bubage.
boobage. I was quite happy with the fucking snake is amazing. I mean, that guy's arm is only so long, right?
Right. Yeah.
The rubber gloves as well. I mean, they're very, you
They're
know,
like hand condoms.
hand-doms. They're condoms for fingering. You don't want to get someone pregnant with your fingers. Get in the fridge.
I was wondering if he was going to do a Hannibal thing and like shut her hair in the fridge or something. Or freezer.
Gonna freeze your hair, you bitch. That's what Hannibal says.
Freeze your hair, you bitch.
These other films are available now. That's like James McAvoy.
That's not my cousin.
You don't have to do any acting when your head's in some tights.
No.
Danger zone. See, the persistent thing, it's a hard one to judge for me, because like,
Chill out, mate. It's quite far away.
yeah, it's really, I mean, it is the size of a man's arm, but
Yeah,
luckily also the length of a man's arm.
It's several hundred yards away.
It's a really thick, short snake, like very much the Dachshund of the snake world.
Yeah.
It's kind of foot long. Oh, he just stepped on the Starship Enterprise.
So you say Dachshund.
Yeah.
So well, I've always said Dachshund.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
But that's because my grandpa used to have them.
I had an ex-girlfriend who used to say
get
Dachshund.
your boobs out more. That might help.
They literally flopped out in the scene. I had to cut them out.
Yeah.
Well, I say cut them out, but this is very much about watching Playboy girls run around and solve crimes. That is it.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of them. So this film has the kind of wacky assassin, but she's doing the underboob thing. The one on the right.
She's in the under, but she's in the overboob. She's in the
well,
cleavage thing.
Sedaris knows how to cover all bases.
Fair play.
The snake gets so much play. Snake, it's
Right
a
into the snake is gone.
snake. Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, snake.
I'm on the phone.
It's a snake.
Now, I'm on the phone and I'm doing a deal. Shut up. Right, bye-bye. Hello, I'm on the radio now.
Master Wayne.
Yeah, that's right. Now, Master Wayne, I've heard that Jaws is currently circling the Caribbean.
I'm speaking into a lump of
That's
licorice.
That's right. Now, Ruprecht.
Ruprecht.
That is one of my...
That
guys,
is great.
if one of you hasn't seen Dirty Rotten Scoundrels,
Dirty Rotten
do
Scoundrels
yourselves
is
a
great.
fucking favour.
It's been back on the West End, isn't it, recently?
Ian McDermott,
Yeah.
directed by Yoda himself, Frank Oz.
Indeed. Someone asked earlier if you could do Emperor Palpatine. Can you do Emperor Palpatine?
Oh, God, I don't know.
I think if Duncan...
I could do that.
If Duncan studied it, I think you probably could do it anyway, but I reckon if you studied it, you could proper do it.
What did he say? He says, what did he say? He said, the Emperor
The
Palpatine.
famous one is Do It.
Do it.
Is the kind of
Is it?
that's the one the internet loves.
Oh, really? Do
Yeah,
it. Okay.
Do it.
My abiding, one of my abiding things is when he goes, you want this. You know.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah.
Take it. Use your Jedi weapon.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
He's back, man. He's back. We're getting Palpatine.
My
in-
favorite thing is when he goes, or they're like,
You shall be known as Darth Vader.
Oh god, that is so.
but that's
wank.
prequel territory.
So Do It. Do It's prequel territory.
Oh yeah, no, I don't do prequel.
Don't do prequel.
Not really.
He's kind of like
So
I was
be it.
saying about the Matrix.
That's
So be it, Jedi.
There you go.
There
There you
yeah.
go. There it is.
Yeah.
There it Yeah, did he like the prequels? It's like Hugo Weaving.
Then you will die. That's that. He's got that kind of thing. But anyway, sorry, man.
So,
Yeah.
well, she's like 36 in those.
Yeah,
movies as
yeah,
well,
and
he
that
comes
fucked up.
back,
Yeah.
yeah. The Star Wars prequels is like the Matrix sequels in like Hugo Weaving's
Matt
villain
Ryan's
turn in
big.
those. Yeah, Hugo Weaving's turn in those Matrix sequels makes them fun, and it's like Ian McDermott is loving it. And in episode 3, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It's like-
He looks like Dougal.
Look at that. That is a violent shirt.
I'll
I
take
mean,
it,
that
though.
is a... Fuck, let everyone have automatic weapons if no one can wear that
Oh,
shirt
you mean the
again.
guy? Yeah.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
I got a
Oh,
sexy
man.
shirt going on
If
over
those
here.
girls turned up in bin bags, I'd be into it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's fine. I'm not...
They're incredibly
judge.
attractive women, and he is incredibly not.
I mean, it's those high waisties, low button, but that shirt. And I'm speaking as a man who wears some vile shirts out
Did
of
I
design.
mention my shirt is disgusting? Hey, ladies, Miami Vice right here. Why don't
I'm
you
a
suck
vile
my
piece of shit over here.
cock?
Suck my crack.
Yeah, how about
I'm a vile
near?
piece of shit over here.
But they are dressed pretty
Scantily clad.
revealingly. Yes. Scantily clad.
There's some fuckers outside tonight. There's people just hollering out in the street. Like,
What? Where? What?
did you just hear that? Someone just went.
I
Back.
heard something. It's not because of us, is it?
No, because I live on a main road, so there's twats all the time.
Uh,
Because it's summer, my bedroom window's open every night. Like even into September right now, it's getting colder.
yeah.
But you just overhear the most twatty conversations, man. Like, like all the time, like all the time.
Dickhead. I'm currently smoking.
I like cigarettes. Would you like fags?
I like your white trousers.
Would you like 8 woodbine?
Cup of tea and 8 woodbine.
Woodbine.
Do you like milk or cream?
Double, single, double cream.
Sour cream.
Sour, double, single cream. This is a Jubilee line train to cream.
Stopping at Croy and cream.
I liked here for milk.
this is great. Where this train terminates.
Level 1, way out and cream.
And right here for the circle line and crack, crack, crack.
See, because of...
That's what would actually happen if Skynet took over. This universal fuck up.
Just be awful. See, the Valverde universe of robots has been dictated by Alien, which means they're all obsessed with dairy products. The whole Valverde robot.
Yeah.
Man, that geezer's having some kind of banana split caramel situation.
Purple. He's like, all right.
All right. Trampoline.
This is the 80s, so I assume that is healthy.
Look at that super subtle bug that she just put on there.
Yeah, the Malibu Express.
And just to reiterate, the Malibu Express is the name of the first movie in the series, and it's the Wayne character hangs out there, and he's no longer in this film because he's moved on to be a star in films based on his film. Shared universe, Duncan Casey.
Whoop, whoop.
Fuck you, Marvel, you piece of shit. Even though I defend and enjoy those films. Fuck you, Marvel, you piece of shit.
Let's did it first.
I think I need to expel some urine again.
Some serious boobage.
Man, oh, hello.
Male and female.
Now, Dan Lyles has just chimed in to the competition, I think.
Oh, Dan.
Oh, no, okay. Dan's posted from Valverde for Love.
That is an exceptional piece of
Yeah,
work.
go check out Twitter. Dan Lyles is...
That is an exceptional... Mate.
Oh, okay, so Dan's not getting on the competition. He's just reposting that thing.
But you know what?
Dan did a...
Let's consider it because...
hand-painted... well, no, but like, he's got nothing to... If we give him the code, he can't use it.
You know about PS4.
Yeah.
Fair play.
But Dan did like a hand-painted fucking thing of Duncan and me and Duncan's wife, like in a James Bond situation. Okay, have I left some tits in by accident? No, okay. That's a man.
Can I retweet it? Where is it? Where did you send it to you?
Valverde tweets.
Yeah.
You log into Valverde tweets.
No, but I'll just do that way.
Yeah, do it that way. Right, look after everyone. I'm gonna have a piss.
Fair play.
Fair play, my friends.
Fair play. Right, I'm retweeting
Just
it.
keep your eyes on the Sedaris madness, because I'm sure you can commentate.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. No one has a PS4. Well, I don't have a PS4. But, yeah, man. Thank you so much, Dan. That is... I've retweeted it. That is a awesome poster. Yeah, this is weird. I don't know what to make of this. Yeah, it definitely captures the island feel. I'll give it that. I will give it that. I don't mean because of boobies. Nice though that is. Yeah. Who's been to Hawaii? Have any of you been to Hawaii, or do you live in Hawaii, or? I would love to know. I love the island life. There is something very, obviously there's the tourist romantic element, but then there's the living there, and there's the what it takes to make a life there, and I find that with the Bahamas. I loved working there. I loved being there as having a job, but I don't know that I could have. They call it going rock happy, don't they? Well, when you've been on an island for too long, there's rock happy.
Oh.
When you go a bit nuts, because there's no, I guess because your world is limited to quite a small area. Oh.
These two meet up and fuck. This is how this happens. And I can't even remember the relevance to the plot. I don't think there is any.
Them some panties.
It's times like this. It's when I was this far into the film, I was kind of like, man, there are a lot of tits in this. Because I started off sort of doing little track mat animations to the boobs, and I was kind of quite enjoying that.
How is that kind of pants comfortable?
Yeah, but they look great, don't they? It's that kind of 80s pants that don't exist anymore.
Yeah, the
but
rhombus ass.
I mean, you would need to burn those. They're mostly making contact with bumhole, like all the time.
But that's what I mean. It's like, how is that comfortable? I can't imagine having a thing up my arse all the time. That was like,
you can.
No.
I was talking about willies. I was calling you a gay. Ha 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 ha. Male insecurity. Ha ha.
No, well, yeah.
It's customary to make gay jokes to your friends, isn't it?
I've had knowledge of ladies who like
I've known Duncan Casey has known the touch of a woman.
I have. I've had carnal knowledge.
Carnal knowledge. He's known the touch of a woman. He's plucked the flower.
Well, yeah, not more than once.
More than once. At least 3 times.
Yeah. That's weird.
God, I love the snake. Love the snake.
There's that imagery. It's the Garden of Eden, and there's a snake. Yeah, I get it.
Right.
Yeah.
I was about to do a sex in your family.
I blew a load in your pussy.
I done a fuck in your fanny.
It's now the sun's up.
So Ivan and I were doing James Bond's single entendres.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you might say I did a fuck in a fanny. It's like as he takes off on a speedboat.
It's only cool because his soundtrack's playing in his head.
Exactly.
Like, it's driving
he
away.
would have to be in a tux as well. It's
Yeah.
maximum extra.
I
Bond.
feel great about that.
You might say I done a jizz. Also, you might say I. It's always a good. That's so the Bondian thing to do.
Airfields, man. I still have this thing. I'm quite scared of flying, but I'd also quite like to learn to fly. That's a weird thing, isn't it?
Okay.
But I do. I quite like to learn. I get a pilot's license.
I'm not allowed.
It's because your dick is too big, eh?
My dick is too big.
No, they won't let me in on the plane.
My penis is too dense for the aircraft.
Yeah, it's too dense.
When they compress the air, my penis forces it back out again.
Yeah, all the oxygen masks fall down, and
everybody has to brace.
we have to. Yeah,
when my penis enters the aircraft.
I have to decompress for a week when we get on the ground. It's not pleasant, I tell you.
It's because I'm blind.
Otherwise, my penis will explode.
My penis.
Pain.
I can't be in the police. I can't be a fireman. I can't be a pilot. I can't join the RAF. I can't be in the Navy because I'm too blind. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't do any of that. This is great. This is super good.
What is that about?
What? It's just normal man doing normal man things in his normal trousers. An inflatable. This is
What the fuck is that?
This is entry level Sedaris. It gets so much wackier in the other films, but this is great. So praise. No copyright strikes for this.
Yeah.
No one's defending the Sedaris copyright.
No one gives a fuck. I'm a chilled out Hawaiian guy.
In a mustard coloured shirt.
I'm a snide.
It's the late Victoria Wood. I know it
The late
it might be the late Jade Goody looking at that hair. I'm not proud of that. I feel bad about that.
That's harsh.
Oh, my booby. My nipple.
Shot him in the chest.
Right in the tip, mate.
Like on his left side where your heart is.
Weirdly precise. It was shotgun though.
That's not how things work.
Shh, and the doll. And the
doll
doll.
survived.
He's really good with rockets.
Wow.
Yeah. Da-na, da-na, da-na-na. There you go.
What the? What? Oh, really?
Da-na, da-na. You might say I did a fuck in her mouth. Da-na, da-na, da-na-na.
There's like no trace of what
No,
they just
nothing,
shot.
nothing. And the sex doll is there for no reason at all.
This is a secondary target. What the fuck?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Ooh.
Polaroid tits. She's all oiled up as well. What is that about oiling?
Well, people tan like that, don't they, when they're oil? But oiling's also like a bodybuilding thing. Oh my god.
What?
That is
What?
What? Nothing. I'm just being disgusted by this. That's appalling.
That's appalling.
That's appalling. Come on, Sonia. Let's be appalling. Oh my god. Have a beer, please, Duncan.
Yeah.
I'm literally asking for one of yours.
Would you? Yeah. No, it's fine. Do you want a Heine?
Yeah, Heine, please. Yeah.
There's. Oh yeah, there's one. There you go.
Nice. Cheers, bro.
No worries. That Leffe is looking at me and
oh, mate.
Not sure I can do it.
Leffe is serious.
Hey, Leffe.
Yeah, catch you good, Leffe.
You waited for me to last, man. That's a bad move, man. Cause I'm gonna fuck you up. You gonna like me at first, man. But then I'm gonna creep into your head, man.
The classic Belgian accent. That's a Belgian monk.
Yeah, that's right, man. And then when I don't like your wall, I'm gonna set myself on fire. Vietnamese monk. So it's just monks in general.
If one thing we've learned from Valverde is no concept. Oh look, watch this scene.
There's boobies
Right,
there.
no, but this is where I came into this, and I was kind of like, "What? Seriously? Like what?" Because this scene has no purpose.
No bearing on
But then I had
it.
to go.
What's up, guys?
I mean,
Did you just get butt naked?
yeah, and then cut back. I just thought I'd extol the virtue of the Futura. I genuinely had to scroll back in Premiere to find this because I thought I was scrubbing through and I was like, oh shit, like there's the rest of titties, I guess. And it is just her getting dressed and undressed. Like that's the.
There's a lot of underboob going on. Fair play.
Andy Sedaris was an artist, Duncan. He was an
Yeah.
artist.
Yeah.
There's no denying that.
I'll go with it.
Well, one thing we know for sure is that the Sedaris movies are safe movie night fodder. Cybertracker, the John the Dragon Wilson canon, not safe. Sedaris, safe.
Yeah.
We can do Andy Sedaris.
We can do, apparently.
That's vile. That appalls me. I'm disgusted.
Yeah.
He's an artist. Andy Sedaris is an artist. He's an artist.
A lot of this seems very Magnum PI, like sets reappropriated.
You would know more so than myself.
Bibs.
Bibs. She is just straight up just got her boobs out. There's no reason. And she's talking about how you do exercise to keep your boobs firm. Is what the dialogue is here.
That's right. Yeah.
She's not wrong.
I very often talk about that. With my
Well,
chest.
men talk about
There.
keeping their ball sacks tight, don't we?
Really?
Exercise to keep your ball. Well, yeah, dude. Are you not doing your ball sack exercises to get your ball sack tight? Oh, well, you're missing out. Oh no, it's a man all along.
What?
Yeah. And this is a carryover from Malibu Express as having like one like cross-dressing character.
Really?
But the thing is,
That was, I'm sure, played
without the sound,
by someone else.
because you know they make a really good, like it's very convincing, like they pass.
Was that
completely.
actually a dude?
Yeah, all the time.
I did not see
Yeah,
that.
it like, and I can't remember if it's the same. I'm not sure if it's the same actor from Malibu Express, because there's like I don't want to say transgender because I'm not sure that's correct in terms of that individual.
Right.
But like it's someone who cross-dresses at the very least.
I would have.
Well, there you go then. There you go. Look, see, dude, and then
Just
just
like Ed Harris.
it is Ed Harris
Or
was
the
there.
guy from Die Hard. The Die Hard guy.
Bruce
That
Willis.
The guy from Die Hard. You know, the Die Hard
The
guy.
Dad.
Shut up
I
over
love
there.
how Bart Simpson calls Bruce Willis Die Hard. It's one of those great things that's been lost to the sands of time, really, because it was only relevant in the first like 4 years of The Simpsons. But he consistently refers to Bruce Willis as Die Hard, which is great.
Die here.
Told you that
Die here.
that cool box was a good idea.
Yep. It's a very good idea.
I told you, buddy.
I told you right there.
I
It's
told
right-
you, buddy.
It's right fucking there, bro. Right. Okay. Robert De Niro is hard to get to Hawaii. You know. A little bit My buddy is, you know, because she's wearing blue leggings. Oh, that is repeating on me what the fuck I ate.
That lasagna.
Oh, the
lasagna,
lasagna
yeah.
I made. Yeah. And now sunbathing.
So remember the character from the Malibu Express, the kind of transgender / cross-dressing character, I can't remember, like, is portrayed very positively, and I think it's actually kind of a victim, whereas in this one it's like a bad guy or bad person. I don't want to go there, but
Yeah.
oh, this is the famous. That's what I use for work.
No, well, yeah,
a
I know.
a Handycam Sports.
That's actually the newer version.
That's the new one. That one shoots in 4K.
Yeah.
That looks like it runs on petrol.
It really does.
Look
Yeah.
at that.
And yeah.
Jesus Christ! I mean, it can withstand an earthquake and a nuclear
It's like
blast.
it runs on a
couldn't it?
water wheel. Alright.
You can only use it by a stream.
You have to. yeah. You charge it by putting water in it. Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
Yes, the frisbee section of this is quite notorious. It often appears in supercuts and the such. So, a number of people watching at home may have already seen the frisbee scene. That's full size VHS. Is it SVHS? When I first got to uni in 2004, we were still editing on SVHS, which is deep. Well, I learned the first cameras I formally trained on were SVHS. I mean, I informally trained on mini DV cameras, of course, but like formally, SVHS and tape to tape edits as well. Want to know how I got these scars? Early performance by Heath Ledger.
Yeah. My wife, beautiful like you, bottom tits. Yeah.
The Leffe is in play. It is.
It is, but I have to say it's not a great closer.
No.
It's a good opener, but not a good closer. Well, there we go. Yes. I'm standing here with my six-pack on show. I don't know what the plot is, I'll be honest. I don't know what's going on.
They found some diamonds. They belong to that guy.
What's the snake got to do with anything?
Dude, don't worry about it. Like most Sedaris films, some Sedaris films are easier to follow than others. And the thing is, we're not really listening to the dialogue and stuff. They are easy enough to follow.
Yeah,
they are, but we're not. That's not why we're here, right? We're
right.
ripping shit out of it on YouTube. That's the fucking.
Yeah. Oh, what happened to those? Right. So those.
Yeah,
those
so it's up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a whole different ratio of
that
stuff.
sort of rhombus shapes.
Yeah. There's some kind of scientific ratio where the strap was somehow able to defy gravity and be halfway up your waist.
I'm down with that though. That's quite sexy.
Dude, no. The 80s waistline panty was way sexy.
I'm down with that.
No. Look at that. No. Oh. It's not it's not a question to me. Like, that was the sexiest ratio.
That's very sexy.
However, here's the thing. Super sexy. You or I never had to wear one. I guarantee you that is not super comfortable, because that is like fucking cutting that girl in half.
It would not look good on me. I mean,
I mean, that wasn't the point I was trying to make.
There'd be all fucking hair hanging.
Just a bollock on either side. You got to choose just a dick. Just a dick go left or right.
Like I say, we men are not sexy. We're not. We're just not. Like
vile creatures.
Like
vile creatures.
This is not a misogynist thing to find women attractive. It's purely a thing of saying, like, you are sexy. We are not. We're not.
Vile.
Like, we're disgusting. Vile. Like I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter if you're the most ripped, toned dude. We still have fucking hair sticking out everywhere and bits fucking flapping around, and it's not attractive. Whereas you guys, you're beautiful. You got sexy fucking this. It's not an objectification. It's just true. It's just true. I think the female, but you're way better looking than we are. We're atrocious.
I ate a Cheetos burger and spent 24 hours shitting my guts out in California. Like, vile creatures.
But it's because of the equipment we have to have and the things we have to do. We're just it's just horribly defined as really, it's ridiculous. It's just we're an atrocious atrocious thing.
This has all been defined by the ratio. The ratio brought this on.
Yeah. I mean, I know I would say that as a male, I guess, but it's true. Like, I just think women are just designed to be beautiful generally.
This has been inspired by the Molokai Cops and the Andy Sidaris movies, the sexiest films of all.
Right.
That's why you're in this mindset.
I guess so, but I don't mean to. Again, I don't mean to generalize about women either. But I also mean I just think, and I'm digging myself a hole.
Mate, you're digging your fucking way to China. Honestly, it's fine. Don't worry. We're among friends here, man.
I mean it in the nicest way. I think women are beautiful, and I think we men are pretty atrocious.
This just in, Casey not gay.
No, I don't even mean it like that. I nothing against that. But I suppose I mean it as an average bloke. I'm pretty fucking rough. Whereas
pretty fucking rough.
That's what I think so. But like that's that sexy fucking.
It's a sexy ratio.
It's a sexy ratio. I just don't have it.
We all know about the sexy ratio, and she just found a memento Polaroid, so it's fine. Look at the fucking snake again.
Yeah. This is the trouble now. Everything I have to worry about, like, am I saying the politically right thing? But I mean it.
You know what?
In a good way. I think.
Buried on a live stream about Andy Sidaris movies. You're fine.
No,
on this channel, we've dipped below 100. Everybody, we're below 100. We're safe. We're safe.
I don't even mean it like that. I just mean, dudes are gross.
Dudes are gross.
I think.
This just in. Local man is liar. That was a Simpsons reference. You like those? You like those, Duncan?
I do.
Oh yeah, this is like when he just randomly interviews an athlete halfway through.
Jimmy John.
Probably owing to Sidaris's.
Is that what he says? He said, well, Jimmy John, yeah. Johnny Jim,
look
Jimmy
at that
John.
shirt.
He looks in the camera, fired.
This is the kind of era where everyone looked like a beat-em-up enemy. Like, everyone looks like a bad guy in Streets of Rage. Especially him.
Yeah, man. Look at my loud shirt and shit.
Umbrellas and drinks.
Yeah. He's not wearing trousers.
Well, that's only fair, isn't it?
Well,
all things considered. Andy Sidaris' bollocks hanging out. Much like Robert Patrick's censored nutsack from
nuts, yeah.
I saw the.
No one ever noticed until they said it was a problem.
I went to the T1 and 2 screening last week, as I described to Duncan, and it's the version where they airbrushed out Robert Patrick's nutsack, which I didn't know was there until someone told me they airbrushed out Robert Patrick's nutsack. So there you go. Oh, you dick! Look at that mustard-coloured shirt.
That guy looks like he should be from Street Fighter or something.
That's what I was saying, man. They all look beat-em-up characters. Yeah. He looks like Vega. That guy, he needs the mask and the Wolverine claw. I think it could be EDs or whatever, but there are definitely in the Sidaris movies, there are, let's say, Molokai-based businesses that reoccur because that guy got free burgers there. Is why, because I fucking would. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a joke there. Just in case Duncan farted.
Sorry.
See, the whole thing with the bin.
What is with the fucking snake? Just turns up and goes, menacing, and then fucks off.
It's so important, Duncan, for fuck's sake.
How so? Also, wicker furniture.
Streets of Rage 4 thoughts. I really hope Streets of Rage 4 is good, and it seems like Yuzo Kojiro is doing music for it, so could be good. I'm excited.
Duncan Disorderly, yeah.
Watching a Valverde stream is much like making love to a beautiful woman. The payoff for the snake, it better be good. This isn't Showgirls. Oh, fucking hell. Just going to go to, just heading over to the Twitter to see where the artwork's at.
Yeah. Yep, yeah.
Someone's tweeted a Nintendo Wii U at us. Someone sent the two Ronnies, which makes me very happy. It's not a winner sending the two Ronnies, but being compared to the two Ronnies is very pleasing to me.
Pretty cool.
And it's way beyond what we deserve, but there you go.
I'm not seeing many tweets with...
Not really. I guess we've only got 100 viewers, and I guess only a certain segment of that has a PS4, and a certain segment of that has Erica already.
Yeah.
Smash it, Erica.
Yeah.
That earring is just vile. It looks like a little robot. Look at it.
Oh, yeah.
Little dangly robot earring.
Oh, yeah. I'm so sexy. You sexy because I'm sexy.
She's wearing flying heels.
Yeah, her fleals.
Her fleals.
Fleagles.
See, one of the things in this, so they go and have sex now,
Nice.
and there's a specific cutaway to him coming, and not in a porn way. It's a man going, ugh, and that, you know,
having a good time way.
Yeah, but that's worse than actual porno coming.
Yeah.
It's somehow grimmer. I don't know. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's always that thing when they try and make a joke in the same setup and it's like it doesn't really work. It's just really cheap.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
There's some kind of whole extra artistry to getting the timing in and stuff.
You need to be able to cut.
That was one take, just like Terminator Salvation.
Yeah.
The two most famous films for one take are A Touch of Evil and Terminator Salvation. Orson Welles and McG. Oh yes, I forgot about this kind of like. There's a bunch of cutaways of super athletic kind of performance girl, and it like a lot of Sedaris stuff feels like he knew someone who knew someone, and it's like let's put that in the film. So a bunch of it's kind of like here's someone who could do backflips. Here's a hypnotist. Here's a magician. Like that. I feel like he was involved with the local club scene a lot.
Yeah.
So you just get people who can do stuff in Sedaris movies quite a bit. Nunchucks. I can't remember if she like. I'm not sure if she gets involved in one of the fights later. I don't think she does.
She's on a high protein diet, man.
Yeah, she definitely works out. Like I don't know if she actually. Why not try frisbees?
They fill your F
yes,
zone.
Of course, this is on tape.
Yeah. I got him.
Let's do a sexing. Okay. So again, I love it.
We've got frisbee drobe bang to rights.
When people in films watch footage back and it has like artistic choices, and like really great angles, and it's like, well,
it's got lighting and angles. It's like no.
You've clearly never been forced to watch a home movie.
That's the whole thing with like You Only Live Twice, when it's like the shuttle eats the other spaceship or whatever.
Mate, Star Trek 3.
It's like, who's filming that?
Star Trek 3.
Like, it's relayed to NASA or whatever, and they're like, that's bad. And you're like, yeah, but who the fuck filmed it? Right.
Which is genuinely true. My mate texted me yesterday. I was like, "Oh, what are you doing today? You free?" And I was like, "Nah, man, I'm
busy cutting."
I said I was working, which is true because what I did yesterday morning, I did this, and then I had my freelance stuff. That I was talking about my freelance stuff that's ongoing at the moment. When you turned up at the house earlier,
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to get the titties out of our ticket, and then I'm going to go straight into my freelance. So my mate was like, "You coming for lunch?" I was like, "Nah, I'm busy," and I was busy doing this. And then I'd done this, and I went into my freelance shit. I mean, this is technically my freelance shit, technically. Underboob. Oh yeah, so she, dude, so it's that guy jizzing is like one of the, see?
Why is he jizzing? They're not actually having sex.
Yeah, well, I thought I guess not. So I did a track mount on the girl's bum. You basically see the girl's arse here, but I had to cut it out. So I was quite happy with the track mount I did. It's not actually a track mount, if I'm honest. It was just Just a keyframe animation.
Yeah.
It looks like a track mat though, which I'm quite
So
happy
track mat. I mean Richard Stone.
I mean Richard Stays. That's illegal in America. So is that. Yeah, here you go. Look, I tracked a bum out of the frame. Look, you see?
What is it? What's wrong with the bum? Is bum not allowed?
You can't show an arse, man.
Oh.
No way. YouTube is cunty as fuck. That's the funny thing. All the blood and guts is fine. Cut out the side boob, but I can describe it as cunty, and it's not a problem.
This is the sort of.
Oh, dude, this is. It's not the last bit of titties, but I just gave up. And what remember in Predator when it shows all the cast standing around?
Yeah.
They do that in this, but with the sex scenes.
Hey.
So I had to go back in and fucking.
Motherfucker.
So I thought I was done, but here's Christ. I mean, it's a lovely picture, a lovely photo. I assume it's a photograph, a lovely photograph of Jesus.
Yes, it was taken at the time. Fuck's sake. Oddly white.
I don't know what you mean. In the words of Lynn, Jesus wasn't round. She's like, we've been over this. Oh, Lynn. Bless Lynn.
Yeah. Must have been some kind of sex.
Sexy video. 94 still in the room. This is a Christian scream.
I am Franco Colombo Ladalla.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, sendami tu brick cocaine.
Mr. HEC 318991 says he doesn't look like Robert Powell. I nearly used Robert Powell as Christ for that picture, but I didn't. So there you go. See, as a master villain, he's largely absent from this. And that's quite often how it goes in Sidara stuff as well. There's like kind of a master villain. It's so got one eye on Bond. Like it, and
Well, that's always the thing, is it? Have the master villain revealed in your third act so that you can say, oh, well, then in the future there'll be more.
Malibu Express leans into Bond stuff so hard, and in this one, remember the sumo scene earlier? She even says like, "Oh well, as my favourite British spy always says, blah blah blah, James Bond cunnilingus." Look at that gun.
It was the same with 24 did that. It was like the big bad.
Mate, fucking that season 1 reveal of 24, and keeping in mind 2001 when it was Dennis Hopper. And it was like
there's
3
that,
episodes from
yeah.
It's just like, whoa!
There's that, and then there's the season 2 thing where there's like the Tobin Bell.
Oh yes,
It's
yeah.
a big deal.
I only watched season 1 and 2.
And then ultimately it was his brother who was.
Bo Bintel.
No.
No such person as Bo Bintel.
What's his name? Emil from RoboCop.
Oh, Miguel Ferrer.
No.
Oh no, Paul McCrane.
Paul McCrane. Sorry, Paul McCrane. Yeah, Paul McCrane.
Oh.
And then obviously Peter Weller himself came in season 5.
I didn't get that far.
Yeah.
Peter Weller double dipped on Star Trek.
Major. So there's four 24 alumni. So there's Peter Weller, there's Paul McCrane, there's the guy who's the guy who drops the crane on?
Oh,
Greenwood.
No, I know his agent. Oh, dude, we nearly met up with him when I was away.
Is that I just want to say Paul Greenwood, not Prince?
No, his character is called Leon, but he's fuck's sake, dude, that's terrible.
Because what I feel really bad is he's in Jeepers Creepers. So I should know about it.
No,
anyway,
this is really bad. So again, hold on, Ray Wise,
of course. Sorry,
it's in Red Alert as well.
And so it's him and Tony Todd.
Tony Todd.
He's in 24.
Ah!
Yeah.
This is the famous frisbee scene that you just need to watch. Yeah, Tony Todd. Mate, when you see a machine gun toting bad guy, he's got to frisbee the fuck out of him.
And what's he got on his head?
Hair. He's got the Britney Spears microphone.
So he's got the one move of throwing it between his legs.
That is 100% how he got hired. It's the
Right.
only reason he got this job.
Check out my jawline.
That's the thing in Hawaii. Like, if you want to trick someone, you do it via the medium and frisbee. What exactly makes a frisbee ultimate?
Pilgrim.
She's John Wayne.
She is just John Wayne.
She's just John Wayne. That was pretty rough frisbee throw. This switcheroo is not good enough though.
She got razor blades in it.
Yeah, it's the most obvious. And also, he would definitely slice his hand off throwing it. Slow motion though. Watch this. Watch this. Right.
I love the way he embraced it with both hands.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like he inserted it into his neck. Also, I got to say, the sexy lady ratio also applies to men.
Yeah,
He has
yeah.
this super high budgie smuggler.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
It's that thigh bit.
Yeah, it's this thing, the kind of hips.
Just but for me, well, just for me, it doesn't work on men, but with women it works very well. But because I'm a, you know,
Because I'm a man.
I'm a mum. But I like it with my wife. I like my wife. I like my wife.
I like. Well, she'll be very reassured.
Yeah, I know.
She's been wondering, but that will absolutely.
No, she hasn't.
If you can't perv over your wife, what can you do?
Exactly. I love a good perv.
I do love a good perv. She's probably not watching this.
No,
so,
it's true.
Not to worry.
Yeah, it's alright.
Oh, how should I spend my Thursday? I know, watching my husband on the internet.
yeah. I really hope she's not watching. If she is, she will be laughing at me right now.
Yeah.
That is just someone on the ground with the camera looking up. It's so obvious when they do it. Yeah.
Because like in Dawn of the Dead, they used that a bunch. There's a bunch of scenes in the helicopter, but they had the good graces to have a bunch of hands rocking the helicopter.
Yeah,
so it kind of sells it a bit. You know?
Yeah.
He's got a fucking Luger.
A Luger, a giant Luger.
Bit of bush. Too late.
Pow, 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 pow. I was shot in the chest earlier, but I'm okay now because things are stuff. I am a dirty shit.
He was definitely a dirty shitter.
Let's be honest.
Like
so yeah, we haven't really talked much about that because we've
these films are.
She's beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
She's definitely not a dirty
But
shit.
for every beautiful
nails
girl in
are done.
Sedaris films, there's at least one dirty shitter.
I guess. Well, it's the ratio. But I don't see. Yeah, I've not seen a dirty shitter. Oh, she's got it going on.
She's flying that glider, mate.
Yeah, she's Farrah-Fawcetting the shit out
She
of it.
is Farrah-Fawcetting the shit out of it. No better way to describe it.
Chicken and Uzi, though.
I'm going to let you continue.
Okay.
Pass your in.
Pass your in. Read. So, yeah, this is a weird film, and I don't know what I'm going to say about it, except, yeah, he's got a Luger. And, boobies, I guess. Lots of boobies. That's not something yeah. Let's look at the chat. I just spelled shit everywhere. Drunk is great. Dunk as a skunk. I guess it's true. He's just died. It's a weird thing. I must confess I've not really followed the plot of what's going on. There's a lot of guns and boobies. So I guess there's that. This is like watching Drunk Gogglebox. Yes, I can see why. That's true.
I can't conceive of why would you would say that.
No,
you're
I
completely
mean,
correct.
Yeah.
Does that make it better than normal Gogglebox? I would assume it does. Assume it makes it vast. I've never watched Gogglebox.
I watched some of it, but I find it generally quite weird. Well, I watch it and I go like, but it's sort of funny, but it's not that funny.
I've never had to watch any because I'm single.
Because I am
Single, because I'm cream.
Great.
cream. Single, double, sour, single, double, cream. Would you like cream?
Sheepdog.
Duncan, get Richard to do a let's play of Erica.
Right, do a let's play.
I would, but I don't have a PS4.
Yeah.
Not you. If it comes to another platform, I would. The thing is, because
It's
all I know about Erica, well, no, I know a fair bit about Erica, but in terms of the actual gameplay and plot, I know that it's possible for Duncan to die.
Hey, he's got fucking rocket launch.
Yeah, he's got his berserker again. That was set up earlier. I know it's possible for Duncan to die. I would. Yeah, is it coming to other platforms or just PlayStation?
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right, when it's on PC, I guess we could do it. I'd love to do that. Actually, I'd really like to do that, but it's not available. I don't have a PS4, so when it comes to PC, I'll do it.
Yeah, look. So there's the potential for it to happen. It's just it's at the moment it's an exclusive for PlayStation, so we're kind of that's what we're promoting. But yeah, no, it will. There are.
Or if someone gives me a PS4, which isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
But if someone
no one gave me a PS4.
no one gave you a PS4,
And I was
yeah.
in the motherfucker.
Right,
So
that's the one. I'd quite like. I really like Bandersnatch, for example. But we did a channel exclusive special that no one watched about Bandersnatch.
well, yeah, annoyingly. I mean, I gather that everyone is. Everyone who's played it is enjoying it, man. They enjoy all that stuff, and but I guess you have to be kind of into that kind of thing, that make your own choices, stuff. Fair play.
What a dish.
I must confess I don't know what's going on.
Well, you know that helicopter's bad, and she has to blow up the helicopter. There you go.
Well, she certainly did that.
She nailed that. She Farrah Fawcetted the shit out of it.
She definitely
She Farrah Fawcett majored the shit out of it.
Yeah. Oh God! You know he was a dirty shitter. Like distributed fecal matter over the
that
entire
helicopter
island.
was just busting the dirty shitters.
Oh, oh, fuck off! That's what you're tuning in for. What do you want? Who's the baddies in this film? I think. Yeah, what the fuck has a snake got to do with this?
That's right.
Where's the snake? Like, what's it gonna?
That's right.
Come to the credits and the snake's like, hiss. Like, shh. I didn't. Fucking...
The snake is very much the Thanos of this series.
I guess it's the serpent in the Garden of Eden.
Let's do a sex. Okay, bye.
I guess we ought to do a sex now.
I need a doity shit. We're gonna do a sex.
Yeah, I better go void my bowels away. Excuse me. I got shot in the face and the dick, but I'm alright.
Yeah, but I'm fine. My dick's got a hole in it. My face has got a hole in it, but it's fine.
So what else is new?
Over there, over here.
It's got going on a bit, to be honest. Sort of out.
It's about to wrap up.
So, are we in the denouement?
The denouement.
Le denouement. Ah, la motorade.
La motorade.
That's it.
You might say it was a hard ticket to Hawaii.
You might say her tits were big.
You might. Dude, the single entendre is vastly underrated. You might say we had coitus. Da-na, da-na, da-na.
That's not how James Bond works.
It is.
It's not.
It
You
is.
just made that up.
No, it's not. It
No.
is. He says a sex thing, and then he gets on a boat and rides off.
When does he say it? You've not seen a Bond
For
film.
your eyes only.
No,
He
that's
says,
not
you
true.
might say I ejaculated in her anus. Da-na, da-na, da-na-na. And what happens is, M is at Tower Bridge, and M says, did you have sex with her? And he says, you might say I ejaculated in her anus. But he's on a speedboat, and he goes, da-na, da-na, da-na-na. And then it says, James Bond will return in, you might say he ejaculated in her face or chest. Da-na, da-na, da-na-na. That's how
not.
it is.
Stop getting Bond wrong.
That's every Bond film.
No, it isn't.
It's every Bond film.
Anyway,
There's one. What happens, right? James Bond comes to Blofeld's lair for Spectre, which is in a volcano, and he comes down on a rope with all the MI6 agents, and they fight all the Smersh agents, and then Blofeld is there, and Blofeld says, "Stop it! Stop spying on me!" And he says, "You might say she gave me a hand job," and he punches him into a lift. And then he goes on a speedboat and goes, da-na, da-na, da-na-na. And then it ends. And that's my favourite Roger Moore one.
cool story, bro. No, I mean,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's terrible. You can make fun of Star Trek if you like.
so when Captain Kirk brushes his teeth, and then he goes next door and he knocks on the door. He says, "Hello, I'm Captain Kirk," and then fucking some cunt, a horror, answers it, and he goes, "Hello, I'm a horror. Some might say I'm a cunt." And then he goes, "All right, hello, I am Captain Kirk," and then they talk about philosophy for an hour. And he fucks off back into Star Trek.
That's a classic episode.
Yeah, I mean
that's called The Mystery of a Horror is a Cunt. Let's talk philosophy for an hour.
Yeah.
That's Gene Roddenberry's finest bit of television. Da-na-da, da-na-na.
I don't know.
But all those people who've asked for us to do the Star Trek Bond crossover, there it was.
There it is.
There it was. There it is.
Ever shall it be. She's all about the boobs, this one.
You never would believe it, right?
No.
Well, that's it. This goes into a super low-key ending where she just stabs the villain to death in her flat. Basically, that is the...
Yeah, so it was saying.
You might say I stabbed him to death in my flat.
Big titties will return in whatever to Hawaii. Faster ticket to Hawaii. What's the sequel called?
Harder ticket to Hawaii. Die harder ticket to Hawaii. Live free or hard ticket to Hawaii. Hard ticket to Hawaii with a vengeance.
Well, you know, it's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not good.
It's not great.
It's
It's
not
not
bad.
great. I'll be honest. It's not great.
Oh look,
It's not great. I mean, the acting is.
there's
so slow.
only 11 more in this set, and then there's the other 12 movie set. So.
Of course.
Da-na, da-na, da-na-na.
What the fuck?
Da-na, da-na, da-na-na. Da-na-na. You might say a snake came out of my toilet. Da-na-na.
So this whole thing's been building up to a snake in the toilet.
Yep. That's why it's amazing.
Why is he stabbed in the guts?
Da-na,
No.
da-na, da-na-na.
What's she gonna do? Hide in bed? That's not gonna work. It's about his like,
That's why this film is amazing.
what's going on?
He's got a fucking.
What's he got in his back?
Yeah. He's been multi-stabbed. You might say I got stabbed in the front and back.
You might take a tad in the back by an aerial.
Because it's a particularly thick arm that seems to be inside the snake as well. He fell on a coat hanger. Da-na, da-na. You might say I got bitten in the face by a snake.
What the fuck?
And the thing is, this has been set up since like the opening of the
Yeah.
Like it's just this
not like we
weird,
can say we didn't see it coming.
the strange, ever-present kind of element of the snake, which serves only to do this, really.
Bite him in his face.
Da-na, da-na. Sorry.
Stop doing that.
I find that really funny. No one else does. I find it funny.
Yes. Yell and announce your presence.
The clarion call of the snake.
Rad.
I love this.
Pow. Rad and a kiss. What the fuck? Oh yeah.
Look, the bazooka. What did I tell you about Chekhov's bazooka?
What
did I tell you about Chekhov's bazooka?
Just hold there, right there, right.
Da-na, da-na, da-na. And it only blows up its head as well.
What the fuck? Never mind. Oh, I don't know the building you're in.
Da-na, sorry.
Jesus Christ. Terrible. Let's get sweaty sex on.
Let's do a sexy.
I'd be up for that though. I'd just be up for watching them. They're quite beautiful people.
Casey's getting porny.
Yeah, I go for
Well,
it.
you could have watched them having sex earlier, except I had to put Jesus' face on it to stop YouTube being a wanker, which was futile. Also, looks like I could never cut a trailer reel because fucking YouTube claimed that as well. So whatever.
You know, creativity be damned. Brass knuckles.
For punching snakes.
No one will ever know until I punch them in the face.
Right till I punch them in the fucking. Oh, they're all colour coordinated.
It's that double-breasted shirt.
Looks that way,
How
yeah.
does that work?
Well, that is like a Star Trek uniform, isn't it?
Emerald green.
Emerald green in my limousine. You can ride in my limousine as long as you wear emerald green.
I write for a magazine. I don't like to be seen.
I beam into a magazine.
I'm not obscene. Window lean. Don McLean.
Dan McLean. You might say I got out of a limo.
I'm not a fan of Ramstein. Or doing my shirt up at all.
No.
What is with
buns
that?
all the way. Have you? California's warm. No, sorry.
Hawaii
is warm. It's warm.
No, I get that. I get fucking. I was born in the Bahamas. I get warm,
I
but
can't
like
afford a belt, but I could put a gun in my trousers.
shove a gun up my ass. That's fine.
I'm not attracted. I'm not attached to my anus anyway, so don't worry about it.
I'm not attached to my anus. Like the poo just sort of jumps across space and time to get out. How does that work?
I wish I could teleport my poos out.
Yeah, it would save a lot of time.
Here's the thing to bear in.
Nunchucks. That's why this was banned from the UK.
I mean, that isn't a thing, but yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Mary Whitehouse would have had a field day.
Oh, Mary Whitehouse would have been appalled.
What is a field day? I don't really know.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a field trip, but in this country, we don't go on field trips. We just go on trips.
It's true.
It's not a field trip. They very rarely go to a field.
Yes.
I mean,
or
these two,
trip.
like, if you were to give personality to a box of After Eights, it would be these two, right?
Well, they're very minty.
They do look so minty. They look like dark chocolate and mint.
Yeah.
Versus this kind of toothpaste safari on this side.
Mr. Ventura. Giddish.
So I went to see. I saw When Nature Calls in the cinema, and obviously.
Yeah. Oh, he fell
I
out.
can't stand it. I know you planned it. I'm a just the gate.
Beastie Boys, that shit, man.
That is I wore that reference the fuck out.
Yeah.
On the Ollie days. But hey ho.
It's fair play. I love the idea that you have to play that if you're going to do that shot.
It's like a union rule.
Yeah,
They have to play it.
You can't be a member of SAG.
I can't stand it. I know you're playing it. And actually, also, if you commit suicide,
Yeah.
by ejecting yourself from a large building. Malibu Express, baby.
Oh yeah.
We're off to Molokai, baby.
No tax for you or I.
Because no one pays in Molokai.
No one pays in here either. What do we do this for?
I have no idea. I don't know.
I forget my own name. Diamonds are for never.
R.I.P. MCA. Feel that.
What's MCU?
MCA from the Beastie Boys. He's the one
Oh,
that died.
okay, fair play. 44 Magnum. I need weed. Is what I need.
Well,
Oh, we nearly done that. Or should I?
no, I did the credits back to Rob. You can piss
Oh.
if you want.
No,
That's
no.
fine.
I'll
Oh,
hold.
and I've had to censor. Like I said, it's like the credits to Predator almost. I just censor the credits. Get the titties out the credits as well.
What's
Really
that?
great credit sequence. Really great opening sequence as well. Like, there's in camera. Like Napoleon Dynamite does a really great in camera credit sequence, and I'm a big fan of that. But it did mean that I thought I was done, and then had to come back and just like be double checking for tits. I did mark this as mature content as well.
Fair enough. Beautiful blonde. Soul food lovers.
Okay, sponsored by restaurants. Sponsored by restaurants.
Restaurants. Do you like beefs?
Babes.
Burp, burp.
The fucking snake, man.
What the fuck did that have to do
I
anything?
love the snake. Well, we're probably gonna. Well, we may extract this as a separate video. I don't know. The whole thing has been such a fucking shambles that I just don't even know.
Apologies for that, guys.
Yeah, deepest apologies. God bless you. I think we peaked at about 130 something, but we're down at 80 something right now. I'm really touched that those 80 stuck around for this. That's really lovely.
We need to pick a winner for the.
Oh yes, we'll go expel urine first, and we'll do that after.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
Duncan's off to expel urine.
Expelliarmus.
Expelliarmus, and we're going to choose who won the competition.
Expelliarmus out my vagina.
Bertha, oh lovely Bertha, you're a wonderful machine. Ah, thank you. Wing Chun Exchanges gave us a tenner, Pissy Duncan. Duncan says thanks, Wing Chun. Thank you very much. That's really cool. Snake was the Boba Fett of the movie. Yes, that's true. That's true. Okay, we're going to judge the competition in a sec. It's time for Betty Boys. Don't think we've had any new entries, actually. Jurassic Park. Oh, it's just the background I had in the... Okay, Ian, thank you. I mean, I've enjoyed these submissions. You're getting a VLC Media Player at the moment. I think I know where... I don't know where that... The picture where Ian's put me on Robocop, I don't know where it came from, but it's a particularly vile picture of me, which I completely approve of. Solo Fair. Oh, I do like that. Oh, that's nice. This is a cackling loon, isn't it? Okay. Come on then, Duncan, let's do this.
Alrighty, tea. Howdy, tea.
Howdy, tea.
Okay, what are we looking at?
Ian
Ian.
McCarr.
Yeah, that's my front runner. I don't know.
I do like this one.
Why? Weird.
Yeah, that's why I like it.
Very weird.
Yeah, that's why it's great. Oh, I really like that.
Okay, alright.
And this one as well is good. I'm gonna.
I thought it was
I'm gonna side with Duncan.
It's got to be that one.
I'm giving it to Ian McGar.
Ian
McGar, you have won for the. I can't show it, but it's your kind of Robocop and Terminator, Jackson and Casey thing.
Yeah, but anyway, go to the hashtag.
Hashtag Viva Valverde tonight. You'll find it.
Or Erica PS4.
So Ian, I followed you back. DM me. I'll pass your details on to Duncan.
I will. I can send you. I can send you the code. But thank you so much, man. That's awesome. Thank you to everyone who submitted stuff.
I would like to give our runners up are Solo Fair and Obscure Entertainment. They were both really great.
Yeah.
Solo Fair and Obscure Entertainment, really good. I loved them both. And there's one or two others. But Ian, I followed you back, so just DM me and I'll put you onto Duncan tomorrow. And he'll send you the code. So enjoy Erica.
Yeah, I hope you do.
As we all did.
You were like terrible acting.
So there you go, Ian. That's you, mate. Enjoy that.
Yeah, thank you so much for that submission as well. And I think you as Robocop is just epic.
Yeah. I don't know where that picture. Ian, where did that picture of me come from? Because I keep having pictures of me photoshopped onto stuff, and I'm like, I take unflattering selfies of myself as a matter of course. I think it's quite funny. But then I find them photoshopped or something. I'm like, I don't know when I did that. I don't know when or why I did that.
So you watch what you do.
Yes. Yeah. Probably pay more attention to what I do. So, right, that's it. Duncan, I'm going to go end the stream.
Yeah.
It's been a fun night. We're deeply sorry about Cybertracker 2.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
But the going forward thing is that we could do Andy Sidaris movies whenever we want, so that's kind of great.
There is that.
So,
you farted?
Pardon me?
You fart?
Did I fart? No, I burped. So that's even worse that you thought my fart was a burp.
Oh, Ian got that from my Twitter, so that's me looking.
All right, I'm taking my mic out. I'm going to end the stream. So thank you very much, guys.
We can edit from here. Hang on.
Nah, I can just press the button.
Okay. No. Whoa! Steady on
We're
though.
not drinking.
No.
We're not drinking.
Steady on.
We're not drinking.